push the button, Frank.
That's a good one too.
Buttons have been pushed. We are live.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Hello and welcome. I want to say this is session 6, but I think I've been wrong every time so far.
No, you're right this time.
This is session 6.
You're right on session 1, session 2, and now session 6. You missed a few in between.
I know, it was so weird. So, playing some D&D today on Roll for Severity's channel. We stream live every Sunday at 5 p.m. PST here at twitch.tv/rollforseverity. I should have that memorized by now. So I am Miss Wolfinger. I am the DM for this campaign, and I am joined by my 3 lovely players that you see before you, Kit, Tom, and Giggle. So before we get underway, there's a few quick things to go over. First, each month we donate a portion of income generated by Roll for Severity to charity, and that's all income generated. This will include that from direct donations, bits, subscriptions, and sales from the Roll for Severity store. This month's charity is the JED Foundation, a nonprofit group that exists to support mental health and suicide prevention of teens and young adults. For more information on the JED Foundation, you can check out their website at jedfoundation.org or on Twitter at jedfoundation. Having mentioned the store, so we have one. The Roll for Severity store is up on tpublic.com/user/rollforseverity, or you can click a link somewhere below the stream. There's baby. What was that just sold?
Someone bought a baby onesie of the I use my bonus action to cry, and when I got the notification, I was like, this is incredibly applicable.
So perfect. Yes, so the store is there. Give it a check. Our third point, this campaign that we are playing is not a pre-made campaign, so we have varied rules. We will use different player mechanics and make in-game adjustments that might not be normal for what you're used to. So the rules will not always be as written. Fair warning, it's about to get super homebrewed up in here. So, to my players, what happened last time?
We found a skeleton dog.
We did. We have a dog now.
We still need to name it, though.
If anything happens to the dog, we will kill everyone in this castle and then ourselves.
Burn it to the ground.
We raided the kitchen.
I think the kitchen raided us.
Yeah,
we fought the grease bin from behind every McDonald's.
That's perfect. Yes, the oven ooze.
Marsh tried to figure out if you could carry a mirror through a mirror.
Oh, I forgot I tried that.
Yeah, I think we're still indeterminate on the outcome of that one, though.
More tests will be run.
We will figure this out eventually, one way or another.
We came to the realization that apparently Naroke is dummy thick, and that it's not his armor that is what causes him to have disadvantage on stealth checks, but the clap of his ass cheeks alerting the hordes.
That meme will never stop being funny to me.
That is now also on the store. Art included.
Why not? Yeah, you in fact made it safely to Elfuria's castle, and I'm not going to say you're ransacking it, but I think Marsh has stolen some things.
Marsh is taking everything that's not nailed down. Let's be honest.
No, he didn't take the chairs.
Mainly just the torches. They look
part of the rug.
The chairs.
Yeah.
And one of her selfies.
The bag of holding does have limited space, so I can't put the whole castle in here, or else I might try.
We also came across a bunch of spooky mirrors, and Naroke, being the brilliant source that he is, opted to just go strolling through, and is now face-to-face with something that's coming out of the mirror.
Yeah, you got attacked by a mirror. Honestly, we should have seen this coming.
I think we did. Or at least Naroke did, the moment he looked into the mirror and saw his reflection.
And we were like, hey, Naroke, go check out the spooky shaking mirror. And he did.
Got it! Naroke knows what his job is.
I don't think laser pointers exist in this world, but I imagine that would be a perfect weapon to just bounce them perfectly into, like, the face, if there even is a face.
You know, we do have a lot of ever-burning torches, and I might have some gems on me. This might be doable.
What if we'd, like, accidentally make a lightsaber or something?
I don't have specs for that.
Darn.
I could find some, just not right now.
I feel like something an artificer might end up doing is accidentally making a lightsaber.
Yeah, we've got an unidentified amulet that I think is a clear crystal of some kind.
Ooh.
I mean, it'd be like that Star Trek episode where they made like a phaser out of like the crystal out of a tracker and some bits of the bed frame.
Bounce
they
a
have
graviton
MacGyver
particle
on that
beam
ship?
off the main deflector disc. That's the way we do things lab and make up shit as we wish.
Yay! I'm not the only one who's heard that song.
Went over my head.
Good old Voltaire.
But yes, we are or you rather, face to face, Naroke. Can you see your friend, or do I have that on the wrong layer?
No, yeah, I can see my friend.
We see a friend.
Beautiful. So Naroke, it's the tall figure of a woman, very ghostly, kind of ethereal looking. She has long, frazzled white hair, and her fingers are all like spindly and creepy. She's holding a mop in one hand.
I don't know, it just got a whole lot less scary when you mentioned the mop.
Yeah, the mop suddenly took this down a couple of notches.
So
fuck.
So I'm staring at basically creepy ghost janitor lady.
Ghost, yeah, no, that's a good.
This is the
initial
embodiment of the guilt every person feels when they have to walk across a freshly clean floor.
Oh my gosh. Why didn't I call this encounter that? That would have been great.
Because then it would be too long.
That's too many hijinks. All right, and I guess all of you are going to hear this because she's going to scream this kind of at the top of her lungs, but in just like a really awful screechy voice. She cries, "I'll cut your fingers and give them to choppers. Put in a stew." And then I need you guys to roll me initiative.
As she yells that, I'm just gonna look back at the skeleton dog. Wait, is that choppers?
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
Oh, nope.
Oh,
That's a 3.
oh dear, Marsh.
I got a 10.
I also got
Hey,
a 3,
another 3.
but I didn't nat one.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is hilarious. Okay, so.
The funniest thing is that because Marsh's dex modifier is still higher, I think he still goes out before you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly how that would work. So then we have Nick. Oh man, this is going to be awesome. Naroke. Suddenly forgot how to do my initiative sheets. It's only been 2 weeks. All right, Naroke. You're not very dexy, so she is definitely going to land an attack on you, unfortunately, my friend. She actually, so from the mirror, she's going to reach out, and you're going to see her kind of spectral, creepy, ghosty hand come through the mirror. And I need you to make me a reflex save.
You mean a dex saving throw?
Or yeah, dex saving throw. Thank you. I will.
This is
Pathfinder
D&D.
this one day.
That is a 9.
That's a 9, eh?
I might not cut it.
That's okay. Based on how frequently I hit things, neither will I.
Oof.
So you're going to take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, and she'll throw her head back and just howl in laughter at your demise, I guess. What she's hoping is your demise. Might be a little preemptive on her part. So
It might be premature.
Very
Never do the maniacal laugh before you roll damage.
very slow demise.
And then that brings us to Nick.
Okay. I am going to scooch up and out of the way slightly. And then I'm going to take aim at the... Can I see someone... Is there someone emerging from the mirror, or is it just the mirror that I'm looking at from my point of view?
You would have seen a hand kind of emerge and, get it all up in Naroke's face.
Okay, so I'm going to try and shoot at the hand at the very least.
Absolutely.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, Oh yeah.
There was a hand reaching out to slap Naroke.
Yeah, roll me that awesome damage.
I think I also rolled like double sneak attack as well. Okay, hang on. This is gonna involve math. Okay, so 9
That's a
plus
lot of
6.
sixes.
That's 15 piercing for the base, and then double sneak attack damage is 10 plus 12 is 22.
You rolled like 4 sixes in all those damage numbers.
Crits are really brutal when you're a rogue.
Wow. Holy crow. That's
There was a hand.
impressive. All right, so your arrow just kind of holds true, and not only does it kind of go through the ghostly hand, it also cracks right into the mirror. You hear the sort of the shatter of the glass, and bits and pieces of glass kind of fall down.
Fall onto Naroke. No, probably not.
Oh, that would actually
No,
he's
no.
pretty tall. Yeah, it'd be funny, but
It fall onto my feet. That's about it.
Yeah.
and with the mirror being just utterly destroyed, the ghostly specter lady phases from the broken mirror to pop up in another silver framed mirror right by you.
Ah, fuck.
Gonna have to break every mirror? I don't want to. That's very unlucky.
Yeah, I suppose
I
Carson
like-
got 7 years bad luck.
If I've got the crossbow out in 2 hands, I probably can't also attack with the cane sword, can I?
I think if you're willing to like drop the crossbow on the floor, I think you can draw your cane sword as like a bonus or free action, I think.
Yeah, like you could definitely bring it out. But
I don't know if you
can't
can like
do that.
switch
Considering
weapons
a ghost
mid.
just popped up in front of me, I feel fully justified in just dropping the crossbow in alarm and immediately trying to whack it with the cane as my bonus. That's a 7.
That's a 7. So I like to think it's sort of a jump scare that you're just not really
Yes.
prepared for. So you
If
definitely
there's some
drop
flailing involved, just some frantic flailing.
and just kind of whiff on the cane there. That's everything for you?
Yeah, I think that's my turn. You know, the smart thing would have been to disengage with my bonus and move away, but I did get jump scared, so I feel fine about this. I'm gonna stay where I am.
All right. Marsh, buddy.
Hey, I'm actually happy it moved into stabbing range so I can do stuff. So gonna first move myself on over, just right in front of that mirror, and try to give a stab. Boop. 18.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And that is 3. Aw. Minimum damage.
And that's
Uh,
lashing. Sorry, just one quick.
Yes. Scimitar, so it would be slashing, I believe. And then I will just do the same with my raptor. That's the 1.
Oh, ooh, can you roll me that severity for your raptor?
I think I've actually had to do this part. It's just 1d20, right?
Percentile.
1d100.
Ah,
Yeah,
1d100. Okay. 1d. Eh? Oh, it's taking a long time. There we go. 46.
All right. So your raptor, going to get that nice, I guess, kind of piercy sort of reiki raptorness all over her.
Raptorness.
I picture raptor being quite springy, and what's going to happen is
It's probably got springs in it.
yeah, that's okay. This totally tracks then. So raptor's going to kind of overshoot the trajectory and crash into this mirror here, breaking it.
Whoops. Just like jumped across the room like a cat.
We are gonna have like 8 million years bad luck.
This was a yellow framed mirror, that's all smashed to bits now.
I mean, we might have had to break that mirror eventually, anyways. I'm just saving us some trouble. That's the end of my turn.
All right, which brings us to Dummy Thick Naroke.
Nice.
I'm curious.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Not good.
That kind of I rolled. I basically just did an intelligence check just to see. It's like, would Naroke have any idea what to do in this case? Like, nope. Player knows what I want. What it's like. This would be a sensible thing to do. Naroke's an idiot. So Naroke's gonna see that the person who has attacked him has now gone this way. So he is going to just 5, 10. Strolling up. And yeah, he's just gonna take his hammer and just bap on the mirror. 16.
16. Oh, yeah. Please roll me that DiMaggio.
Yay!
4.
4.
I
4
rolled a
DiMaggio.
1 on my damage.
Wow. So no surprise here. The mirror, having started having like a bit of a crack initially from sort of the stress of the fight beforehand, crumbles, just shatters, much like the previous mirrors. And the wraith, specter, ghost, cleaner, who knows what she is.
Ghost clean.
All
bada
of the
bing,
above?
bada- phases out of the mirror. Anything else on your turn, Naroke?
No, I think that's it. I don't have any more movement, so.
Alrighty. So, seeing as Raptor is sort of the closest in range now, you would all see that same kind of disgusting, spindly hand reach out of the mirror. And, oh, does an 18 hit Raptor's AC?
Probably. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. So the hand starts to kind of make like a swirling action as if it was sort of trying to coax air into kind of a sphere sort of thing. And then it's going to shoot out this beam of kind of glowy...
Ghost beam.
Ghost beam, yeah. Think
Don't
of like
cross the stream!
like a greenish, whitey kind of hue. And poor little Raptor... Well, who knows? She might actually whiff this. Raptor is going to take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Da, da, da. No resistance to spooky. Yep.
Resist.
No janitor
is
resistance.
Spooky.
All right, and that is the end of Spectre's turn. Sorry, which brings us to Nick. My apologies.
Okay, I was like, okay, and?
Sorry, Nick. That's you.
Suddenly,
I think that's me, but I don't want to presume.
Nope,
suddenly a
definitely
second
you.
janitor appears.
Just gonna have some more
I'm
of
going
this
to mosey this way to get a clear shot. And then I'm going to shoot with the crossbow again.
Picking up your crossbow before you go.
Yeah, picking up the crossbow that got jump scared out of my hands. That's a 9. That's not gonna do it.
Nope. Yeah, you kind of whiff and embed it into the wall.
Fuck. All right, that's all I got.
All right. Marsh, you're up.
Just figured out my raptor had 1 more health than I thought he did. Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, I am going to. Okay, can I reach that? Da, 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 da. Oh, yep, I can just reach it. So, I'm just gonna waltz on over and hit it with sword. Hopefully, probably 22.
Oh yeah, you bet your sweet bippy that lands.
And that is
4.
yeah, 4. I wasn't used to it. It's like splitting things up. If I would have got a crit, so that'd just be a 4.
Oh, not 9. Oops. Which is whew. All right. Well, Are you going to do anything else to the room or the lady?
I'll just keep distracting it. And then I will. What does this take? Da, 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 da. Okay, I won't do that one just yet. I'm going to, and just get the raptor to join me. Da, da, da. And raptor got another one. He's not feeling it today.
He's having a red letter day.
He does. He's trouble comprehending ghost. I'm just gonna say that.
I love it. Could you please roll
Yep.
me another
Da, 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 da.
severity?
97? I don't. Is
Oh,
high good
okay.
or bad?
High is better.
Okay,
yeah.
that's good.
So Raptor goes to make that attack onto the mirror there, and he gets just a solid crunch, just this, I think this big old bite, but it's on the frame of the mirror, and he's just kind of stuck there a little bit as his like teeth have sort of wedged into the wood. So like he's all right, but
I'm just telling him, it's like, no, you gotta hit like the translucent thing, not the mirror itself.
He might not be able to perceive her.
See, I'm suddenly just picturing like the like egg-eating snakes, as they've got like that picture, like when it's like in their mouth, so their cheeks are just puffed out with this big ass fucking egg. I'm just picturing that with the mirror.
It's working on it.
Giggle, was that you putting the X's?
Yes.
I've got to learn that trick. See, I went quiet there because I thought there was an X on Raptor, and I was like, "Is Raptor dead? How is this happening? Like, why are there X's?" And it just
it was just personal note of like these mirrors are currently broken. If broken doesn't actually mean anything, that's fine, but it's just personal note.
No, that's perfect. I got to learn that trick so I can, in fact, X stuff like that out. But anyways, getting distracted. Naroke is up.
Let's see if Naroke has gained any intelligence since his last encounter. Not much. Okay, Naroke, second verse, same to the first, is going to stroll over to join in the bout. And once again, just gonna ring that hammer on the mirror. 14 with a nat 1 on the other
Hits.
side.
Yep, it's a nat ones.
Yeah, my intelligence roll had a nat 1 on the other side too.
Could be worse.
Does the 14 hit?
Yeah, it hits. Roll me
Spiff.
that DiMaggio.
Spiffy. 6.
6. Doing some quick math here. Boop. Plus boop. All right, and the mirror shatters before you. No one is surprised. Is it 7 years per mirror that they
so.
say brings?
Do
That's
they
awesome.
multiply?
Yeah, is this exponential growth or?
I haven't decided yet. And much like before, the broken mirror does not reveal the spooky face before you, but you hear kind of her wailing behind you by the door.
No, not the dog.
Protect the dog.
Can a ghost fight skeleton dog? I don't know.
Now I'm wondering what a goose is. Is it a ghost goose?
I think
It's just
Please don't make us fight a ghost goose.
No, that'd be terrifying.
Esmel makes more
down.
notes.
Yeah, ghost. I'm gonna like see this in a week and be like, what the hell was this about? Why are these two words together?
Why did I write goose?
Ghost.
Even better. Naroke, were you dunzos?
Yeah, I think I'm done on that one.
All right. So now being a little bit closer to within range of Nick, you sort of same thing, Nick. You see this hand kind of protrude from the mirror, kind of swirling, conjuring energy within it. And she's going to try to hit you with another sort of ghostly blast. And I'm going to presume a 10 does not hit your AC.
Oh, she's shooting at me?
Yes.
10 does not hit.
Does not hit. All right. So you just feel that kind of buzz by your ear. It kind of has like a humming noise as it goes past, but it does not land true. And she's going to scream in anger at her whiff. And Nick, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go, nah! And then duck this way, and then fire again with the crossbow. It's a 24.
Holy crow. Yeah, no, it hits.
Important question.
Yes.
Does the dog give me sneak attack?
No. No, the dog is not a part of this
Darn.
combat. That is a fair question, and I'm glad you asked.
I was really hoping the dog gave me sneak attack.
See, I'm grateful that the dog's not part of the combat, because at least that means that the dog's not likely to die.
Would the dog heal? Would the dog heal from necrotic damage?
I also didn't think that far. I feel like since the dog does not have an initiative roll, not a part of this.
Not a
That's
part
fair.
of the.
Well, shit. Okay.
So we need to get
That
Chomper
is
some
5
battle armor.
piercing damage.
Sorry, 5 piercing.
5 piercing.
More math. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Wow. Yeah. She screams in pain as the arrow kind of rather than breaking the mirror, it just straight up goes into her shoulder. So yeah, you land a solid hit on her, and she kind of recoils back and is looking mighty angry. Anything else you do with your action?
I think I am. How far can I get? I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Absolutely.
And that's my turn.
Lovely. Marsh, what are you doing, pal?
I will continue the script and keep running towards it and hitting it.
See, I'm very much just imagining this one of those like Scooby-Doo running in and out of the doors type of sequences.
I know it is eventually gonna run out of mirrors. Oh, that's in one. It's a
Wait,
one and a 20.
Oh gosh.
Nat 1 on one side and then a nat 20 on the other.
So if it's not Raptor, then it's Marsh. Marsh, please roll me that
RNGesus
severity.
giveth and RNGesus taketh away.
That's a 6.
Oof.
Oh god. All right.
Boy,
Sorry,
am I glad I'm not standing there anymore.
Spooky.
Sorry, you're attacking with a scimitar, correct?
Yep.
I know this is kind of just going back on what I said, but I imagine you go to bring it to get like a good slash attack on Spectre Lady, and the dog, something just kind of clicks, and he suddenly pounces and intercepts your
Well, we're
hits
murdering
and grabs
Marsh now.
the scimitar in his mouth and kind of jumps down and now has your weapon in his mouth.
Aww.
And so the
Well,
dog is
Give it.
I'm glad you didn't
Give it
kill Noah,
back.
because otherwise we have had some issues.
I would have owed. I would have owed.
Tom
some
would have
money.
had to roll a new character.
So you're now sans your scimitar.
Come here, bone boy. Give it back. That is all of Marsh's move action, or he would be chasing the dog. Raptor's just gonna. I don't know if if the Raptor also gets another one. I'm just like, it's fine. We're committing to the ones. 8.
It's not a 1.
Not
Not
a
a
one.
one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it is also a whiff. Raptor does not hit the frame of the mirror by any means, but just is a little short on an attack. And yeah, Spectre Lady's a-okay. I'm so sorry for your scimitar.
I've got other weapons. As long as the dog gives it back eventually.
No, that's the dog's new toy.
Can we find it a bone, or would that be weird?
I'm trying to remember what video game it is, but where like one of the characters is a dog with its like big ass sword in his mouth. Like not Pokemon Sword and Shield. Even prior to that, there was one where like what
I think it was a
Dark
Dark Souls boss.
Souls?
That was just
Yeah.
a wolf
this
with
giant
a sword
wolf
in
with like the
its
big
mouth.
ass fucking like claymore. Yeah,
Oh yeah, maybe. I was thinking it was a Tails game, but
also possible. I'm sure that
There's a good
it's been
chance.
done many times, but
That's true.
that's not what I'm imagining. We now have the Battle Hound.
Battlehound.
it's not bad.
Can it provoke sneak attack now? It has a weapon.
God. No, I'm not giving that to
Dark. Okay, we need to give the dog more things.
Put some armor on it.
How many accessories does the dog need before it becomes eligible to cast sneak attack?
Quite give it the amulet.
I don't know, but I just googled battle corgi, and I am not displeased.
I'll have to share that in the Discord later.
Okay. Well, let's see if
Marsh-
Naroke has gotten any.
Yeah, well, my turn's done.
Perfect. Okay, Naroke's up.
Naroke is finally getting smart. Wonderful. Naroke finally caught on to the pattern of what the thing's doing. How many mirrors can I interact with on a turn?
Oh, that's a fair question. You got your hammer in hand?
Yeah, like
Would it be?
If I'm just like walking down this way, can I just like basically, as I'm walking up to each mirror, because I'm assuming these mirrors are hanging on the wall, correct?
Correct.
So essentially just taking my hammer and like not smashing the mirrors, but just going tunk and just like unhooking them from the wall and just letting them drop face down.
Yeah, no, I'd say that's totally doable. How many would you get in a turn?
Yeah, because I can walk 30 feet, so I could reach up to that one, but it all depends on how many you'll let me interact with on a turn. Like, would I get one? Like, would it just be one for my action, one for a bonus action as well? Like,
tell you
three,
what,
up to you.
roll me a dex, just a straight dex roll.
Of course, it's Dex. 11.
All right, so you can interact with 2 mirrors plus your bonus action, so 3 on your turn.
Well, it is my turn, so I'm going to walk up to the first mirror, and actually, as I'm walking, I'm just going to use my free action basic. Oh no, because I have that in the chest. Never mind. So I'm just going to walk up and just use the hammer and tunk, and just like letting them hit the floor and fall face forward, so that it's like mirror side down to the floor, and just walk up and tunk, 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 and so all those mirrors.
All those mirrors, eh? Wow.
So they may or may... that was not what I wanted.
All right, let me, Yeah, no, definitely. As each mirror comes kind of just thunking off the wall to the ground, you do hear an audible crack. So they haven't landed in a way that's gonna save their glass, because this is a stone floor.
Yeah, and Naroke's not exactly he's not trying to like gently set them down either. He's just knocking them off the wall.
Perfect. Yeah. So you managed to knock 3 of those off, and they crack. And you can hear from the other end of the hallway, she's not very impressed with the mess that you're making. Naroke is done.
Yep, that is my action and bonus action and move. So that is done.
Beautiful. So Marsh, you would probably see her beautiful ghostly visage fade from the mirror by you, and Naroke, you would notice her pop up.
It's so far.
I'm sorry, Marsh.
Yeah, part of this too is Naroke is just tired of running around.
Yeah, fair enough. And she's gonna just try and make some like forced, angry eye contact. And she's kind of screaming, like,
was the ghost actually pointing to her eyes?
Yeah, I guess so. It's canon. I did it. I don't know why I thought you wouldn't know what eye contact was if I didn't point to my own.
It's like when people are like, "Hey, what time is it?"
Yeah, I don't know why. Have you seen my brush? Like, and she's gonna scream like, "Do you have any idea the mess you're making?" And then, ghostly
to be fair,
touch
you did attack me.
She doesn't respond to that. Could you please make me a dex saving throw?
Oh, that is another 9.
Oh, another 9. All right. So her hand kind of holds true. It sort of caresses your cheek, but then you feel some searing pain as you take 8 necrotic damage.
Now that is just unpleasant.
Then her hand will slip back into the mirror, and it is Nick's turn.
Okay, I'm going to dart in real quick close to this mirror. With my main hand, I am going to take a swipe with the cane sword.
and I guess getting that sneak attack, don't you?
That's a 10.
Yeah, a 10 will hit.
Oh shit, okay. And I do get sneak attack on that.
I suppose we are just stabbing mirrors.
8 plus 7, I believe, is 15.
Sorry, I gotta do some silly math again. Alrighty.
And then for my
Go on.
And then for my bonus action, I have a thing called Fast Hands, where I can use use an object as a bonus. So I'm just gonna unhook the mirror from the wall and let it fall.
See, I'd have done that first. Just like knock the first mirror off the wall. It's like, what you gonna do now, bitch?
Spiteful. Being very spiteful.
I'm just for spite at this point.
Yeah, so there's like just like a tiny bit of resistance from the nail, but then after the initial kind of like push, you just feel the nail slide out and the mirror collapses to the floor, glass side down, and you hear a crack, a meaty crack.
A meaty crack.
Yeah.
Don't care for that.
See, I'm concerned because neither glass nor the ghost are meaty.
Where's the meat noise coming from?
Naroke quickly starts checking his body.
Is that what you got for me, Nick?
Yeah, that's what I got.
That's what you got. Perfect. So you hear. I like to think that as the glass is falling, you kind of hear her shriek, but then it gets slightly quieter as it hits the ground.
Slightly muffled.
Yeah, muffled. Which delights me to no end. And then she will reappear. Bam!
Hello.
Middle of the hallway. Marsh.
So would picking up the sword out of the dog's mouth be like a free action, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If you're
Fight
called,
the dog for the sword.
if you call to the dog now, the puppy dog thing has absolutely no problem
Okay.
going over to you, and it won't even tug.
I'll-
I was half expecting it's an animal handling check to see if we can give it over. Or this is now a game.
But maybe it's more necromancy than animal handling? I don't know. Okay, I'll just kind of sternly, not meanly, but sternly walk by, take the sword back, and I'll just continue on to the ghost. And let's see. 19.
Oh yeah, that hits.
A 6.
6. Yeah, and all of these have been bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing for the most part, correct?
All my scimitar one is slashing. When it gets to the raptor, it does mix up a little bit, but my raptor hasn't hit at all yet, so.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I guess not.
Speaking
Raptor's
of
force
which,
damage.
yep. I think only like 2 damage is force damage, though I'm not 100% sure. I need to double check, or maybe it's all force damage.
It's force damage. It's like 1d6 or whatever plus 2 force
Yeah.
damage.
Okay, that's 17. I'm guessing that hits.
Absolutely. Raptor lands his first hit of the session.
Woo! Oh, and a good roll. Okay, yeah, that's 8 force damage.
That's 8 force damage. All right. So Raptor, how do you picture this attack then with force damage? Do you kind of headcanon it as like a lunge with claws?
I kind of picture it like it's just kind of like a normal raptor attacking, though it's kind of got really some gumption to it.
Okay. So you've been fighting this thing for it in a bit, and Raptor manages to spring up, get a solid land in the mirror, and kind of just rake her body. And she's been screaming in anger before, but this is the first time that, in addition to kind of screaming in anger, Marsh, you see her just like her body twist and writhe, and her hair stands up on end, and in the mirror behind her, it almost looks like cackling white and green light that's pulsing, kind of like static electricity. So her reaction to being attacked this time is much more visceral and dynamic than it has been with all of your guys' other attacks.
Good ghost hunting raptor. I didn't know you had that skill.
I sure
The
hope
raptor
those
can
claws.
bite ghosts.
I sure hope those claws are sober, or you just pissed her off.
His claws in silver? Yes, you can. What am I saying? Of course you can.
It's not living. What it's gonna do? Be hurt?
Molten silver. Anything else on your turn, Marsh?
That's everything.
Okay. And I should have mentioned this before. With such a meaty blow as that, the glass of the mirror indeed shatters, falling down like a deadly rain. Oops. And whoop, she slides back into another mirror. Naroke.
Oh, that's such a far way to walk. Naroke is going to stick to his previous plan of knocking mirrors off walls.
All right.
So he's going to walk up, bop this mirror off the wall. And then keep walking. That's as far as he can get.
That's your full movement. Okay. Sounds fantastic. Anything on your bonus action? Like, I don't know, tell her off or something?
No, Naroke's very one-track minded at the moment. He's just like, gotta deal with all the mirrors.
Okay. So, Ghosty Lady, having just had a hell of a go with whatever the heck it was that Raptor did, is going to aim another attack at Raptor. The same thing, kind of conjuring a sphere of ghostly light and shooting a beam at Raptor. Does a 13 hit?
Nope, it misses.
Oh man. So so it kind of whizzes, just flings by Raptor's head there and crashes into this mirror here, and shatters it to the ground.
Nice.
Yeah. Some of the mirror fragments kind of land on Raptor, but Raptor's fine otherwise. And Nick.
Nick is going to... How far can he get? Hang on. He's going to use his bonus action to dash and mosey in between Marsh and Raptor. Excuse me. And use his action to unhook this mirror from the wall.
All right. Yep, the same as before. You know, you kind of need an initial tug. But once you get it going, you feel just the smoothness of the nails sliding out of the mortar, and mirror crashes to the floor. No fuss, no muss.
15 feet of movement left. I'm all gonna mosey back between Marsh and Raptor.
Using Raptor's meat shield.
Yeah, Nick doesn't want to be the tip of the spear in this particular encounter.
I can't imagine why.
It's just ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Listen, I steal things. I don't deal with ghosts.
Huh. Me neither, actually, I think.
Raptor apparently does.
Yeah, for some reason, only my raptor did. No,
Goes hunt a raptor.
yeah.
Put that on his resume. Marsh, if Nick is done, then you are up.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk on up and give the ghost hopefully a scimitar hit. It's a 6, so maybe not.
Nope.
Okay. And
Kind of scrap up the
then
frame a little.
and then raptor. And 16.
Yeah, absolutely hits.
Cool. And 3.
3. Okay. Do another lunge. Raptor, having kind of learned what he needs to do from that previous hit. I imagine you kind of like praised him a little bit, so he's kind of like,
He's finally getting it.
he's learning and adapting and understanding. Lands a solid blow, and like before, she seems even more perturbed about this hit. She reacts physically more to it. Lightning kind of energy cackles around in the frame. And yeah, you're feeling really, really good about whatever it is Raptor's doing.
Do I understand? Probably not.
You know what? If you want, you can roll me an intelligence check.
No.
right.
It's all good. It's only 2 more mirrors left, anyways.
What?
In this
That
room.
really is it.
We've passed a lot of mirrors.
Naroke, it's your turn.
Mel's like, shit, he's onto my plan. I believe I have enough. Yeah, I've got enough room to be able to get like smack dab in the middle. Stark's gonna walk, like, basically gonna boogie his way around to get to there. It's like, he's gonna look at her, look to the mirror that she's not in, and just tunk.
Like a cat, kind of.
Yeah, just making eye contact the entire damn time. It's just like, tunk.
Yeah.
And then gonna look right back at her because like she's inside the mirror, right?
Inside the mirror, yeah.
And then just like once again, not breaking eye contact, just gonna turn and just hammer up on top of the mirror she's on. Tunk.
Okay. And as the last remaining mirror falls to the ground, the same kind of loud crash, the splintering of glass. You can see it kind of splinter around at your feet, and all of you immediately feel just cold. Like the temperature in this room has just dropped like 10 degrees. And the torches that were in here lighting your way, they don't go out, but they dim significantly. And,
I haven't taken these torches yet.
Oh yeah, we can cross that bridge when we get there. And at the end of the room here, you see kind of that swirling, kind of greeny, ethereal white light kind of crackle around and spiral, and her form comes up out of the mirror taller, standing about like 9 feet tall, this long, gangly, ghostly lady with a mop in hand.
Naroke's just gonna yell, clean up aisle 2.
You have
Your
to tell us
turn.
if it works, Mel.
Does the ghost go away?
Okay, so it's you all see this, but there's just like a little bit of like black sludge that starts to like drip down her nostril as she takes like, I don't know, let's say like 17 just sonic damage to her brain at that comment. Just the pure anger. But otherwise she's looking fine and she's still up.
Well, at least we're not running around.
She does not comment Naroke, but she looks at you and glares.
Naroke is now also looking across this room and once again. Again.
This is all because you don't want to walk?
Moderately.
Yeah, alright, fair enough.
Naroke's been back and forth more than Marsh has.
Yeah, it kind of keeps coming back. It's nice.
Marsh has been playing whack-a-mole.
I've just been pretending to be a cat, just...
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so, Alright, so as the room cools and you can see her breath before you and she kind of appears up there, she's going to take her mop in hand and she's going to start kind of like swirling the mop around and charging the energy within her kind of mop head.
It's still a mop.
See, I'm suddenly right now just imagining like the thing that people would do in like locker rooms. So they take like the wet towel and like roll it up and then just whip and crack someone in the ass with it.
It's awful. That's
because there's nothing homoerotic about that.
Of course not.
The same motion, but not the same effect. Your ass is nowhere near her.
God, the noise it would make though. Like a thunderclap.
So Nick, Marsh, and Raptor, I'm gonna need you all to make me dex saves, please.
Ah, shit.
Thank goodness I'm out of range.
Oh, I don't have the rogue thing for that yet. Fuck. It's an 8 for me.
An 8. Okay. And Marsh, you got a 20?
Yes. I got a 20, and my raptor got a 15.
15. 15. Okay, perfect. So as this mop is kind of pointed down the hallway, 3 discernible kind of spheres emanate from it and shoot a ghostly beam at the 3 of you. Marsh and Raptor, the beams kind of bounce off each other and completely miss you, kind of whizzing by Naroke's head. But Nick, yours lands true.
Uh-oh.
Naroke's butt clenches as these beams go past his head.
And you're going to take 2 necrotic damage.
Oh, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Also, this episode seems oddly fixated on butts.
But episode 6. Okay, Nick, you're up.
Well, having braced myself for, getting vaporized and taking 2 whole necrotic damage, Nick's just kind of look around and pull the crossbow up and take a shot.
I guess.
It's a 15. That is 10 piercing damage.
And piercing.
I'm just gonna be like, somebody stand next to the thing!
It's so far.
All right, and Nick, how do you want to do this?
Oh,
Nick's gonna fire and not even look to see whether he hit and turn to look over his shoulder and say, hey, somebody stand next to the thing! And then turn around and realize that the witch or whatever it is vaporized and go, oh.
Yeah, so as you manage to look back, her form is sort of starting to kind of meld back into the ground. And just as one hand is all that's remaining as it's kind of fading down into the fog of her.
Do we get a thumbs up on the way down? Or?
You don't get a thumbs up, but
Fuck.
she's going to kind of pew like gunshot at you. And just a tiny little like bolt, just like a weak bolt of this kind of ghostly energy kind of hits your head, bounces off. You don't take any damage, but it's just like a little pot shot that she takes.
Finger of death has become a finger of mild discomfort.
And then it kind of hits you, and I imagine you're sort of just like, what? Like, really? That's
Finger
that
of cluster headache.
And then I want you to roll me a d10, Nick.
Oh shit. That's a 3.
Okay. And that will be a memory you get back.
Oh, I have a note for this.
You
So
are not
question, is
obligated-
combat over?
Oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
combat is over.
Okay.
My apologies.
As combat's ending, Naroke's just gonna like walk over and stand. It's like, now what?
I have an ex-wife!
What?
Wait,
The
was
ghost
that the ex-wife?
Told you?
The way that thing just smacked me upside the head, I just remembered I have an ex-wife.
Once again,
It
Naroke's
wasn't
gonna
the
look to
ghost,
you.
was it?
Look to the ghost. Yeah, as I look to you, look to where the ghost was. Looks to you, looks to the ghost.
No, it's not
Did
her.
we just kill your ex-wife?
No, she's still alive, I think. We were partners on a job, and we got fake married for the job, only we fucked up, and it was actually legally binding, so we did actually have to get divorced.
Is this a thing like Fantasy Vegas? I'm just gonna start collecting some torches as
Yeah,
as
by the way, if you're gonna stage a fake wedding, make sure you don't hire a real priest. That's my advice to you.
Marsh just kind of nods as he's taking torches from the walls.
Did the ghost mop go with her, or is the ghost mop laying on the floor?
The ghost mop definitely faded with her body.
Oh.
Damn.
You were gonna take her ghost mop and put it in your chest?
100%.
No.
I'm gonna cast a quick mending cantrip just to top off Raptor a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, watch as Snork's watching you, kind of like fixing up Raptor, and Roke's just kind of like, oh, I should probably handle this as well. And I'm gonna cast cure wounds on myself.
Yeah, I imagine you took a bit of damage in that. I wasn't really keeping track, but it was going for your face a few times.
I suppose the ghost didn't have any more of those ghost bolts for my noggin over there, did it?
Nope.
I can
Nick-
smack you upside the head and see if it brings anything up.
I heal for 5 health, and do I surge on this? No, I do not.
You
Ooh,
you
wow.
opposite of Surge?
The balance of magic is restored.
Woohoo!
Just no, very much not. But yes, that was a very good roll. Well, you are in a hallway that's when she faded, the lights that had kind of dimmed perk back up. I imagine it's getting dimmer in some spots because Marsh is pilfering some of the torches.
Oh, only half.
Only half. Okay.
Marsh,
so
we will need to be able to see when we come back through here.
That's why I'm only taking half.
So you're now in a hallway with just a crap ton of busted up mirrors.
Naroke's gonna walk up and just open the door.
All right.
Woohoo! Not trapped.
Yeah. Yep. The door opens. Yep. It's kind of creaky, you know, a little firm to get open, and when it's latched, it's kind of jammed in the latch, but it definitely opens, not locked.
Okay. Can I hear it? Like, as I'm walking down the hall, can I hear anything?
Roll me a perception check, and you can all roll me perception checks if you'd like.
23.
23. Naroke, you hear nothing.
15.
Dominic and Marsh, you hear nothing.
Then
I think that's normal around here.
Hey, Naroke, do you want to keep trap checking with your shins, or do you want to let me do it?
As Naroke gets to the corner, looks down the hall. What do I see down this hall?
Deep down that hall. Whew. So this staircase, picture it not being quite in the middle of the hallway, but like offset back here a little bit. But you can see kind of an entryway that has staircases going up and just a long end of the hall down here with another door. Two more.
So there's a door dead
doors
ahead, and then like a bunch more lining this hallway.
Yeah, 2 doors on the south of the hallway and 1 door at the north and far corner. Naroke ponders for a moment, and if you want to go ahead, you're more than welcome.
I'm gonna go up here and check down this hallway for traps.
Is it just trap sense, or is it a check?
It's perception or investigation, and in the interest of full disclosure, I am better at perception than I am at investigation.
Yeah, definitely. Dealer's choice on that one, so you can do perception, absolutely.
21.
21. No traps. Nothing's kind of pinging your sort of trappy sense, as it were.
All right, I think it's clear.
Neat. Naroke's gonna walk up to the first door and open it up.
It's locked.
Naroke's gonna pull out a skeleton key and slide it into the lock.
Right. You would do that.
100% Naroke would do that.
Yeah. So the skeleton.
Before
key,
I can stop him.
the head of your skeleton key is actually a little bit too big for the hole, so it doesn't fit in very
Okay, so
well.
he pushes it against the lock, turns it, puts it back in his pocket, and he's gonna just basically use him to strike to turn the doorknob and just force door open.
All right, roll me a strength check, please.
Because this is what Naroke does. 22.
Why do I even bother?
So
Why do I even have thieves' tools?
No.
Apparently Naroke's the rogue. Like who? I don't know how. Okay, so Naroke, you're grabbing the handle there, and just with your big boy muscles, you're not even thinking about it. You're not even trying.
He unlocked the door with a skeleton key. What does he need to try?
So much. Yeah, you there's an initial like chunk twice as the top and bottom hinges are sort of like busted. And the door's kind of hanging on by them. You're able to swing it open, but it's definitely teetering on what's left of its poor little hinges that did nothing to no one and didn't deserve that. And you see before you a bedroom.
Cool office.
Naroke's gonna walk over to the bed and check the condition of the bed.
So this bed is... It's not in great condition. It's kind of dusty and cobwebby, and one of the legs is kind of cracked, so it teeters slightly.
Is it rotting?
The wood is not rotting, no.
And the mattress?
It smells kind of dank and mildewy slightly, but it's nothing nearly as rancid as what you smelled in the kitchen.
Okay.
I'll check out the desk.
Naroke is gonna rummage around the bed as well, and like under the bed, and see if there's anything there.
Okay. Under the bed, Naroke, is just a chamber pot. And Marsh, you're checking out the desk?
Yep.
So there's a bunch of kind of ratty, disheveled pages, and some books and stuff that are torn and kind of ruined. But you see one note that is in surprisingly good condition compared to the others. And it says... Oh no.
It says, oh no.
Hang on. This is going to show a different map, but just ignore that.
Okay, we're pretending
not
we do
looking.
not see it.
It's not even my map. It's a pre-made that just comes with this. And you see a note, and it says 2 of the younger cooks have been sneaking off during their turns to make bread. Witnesses confirm that they've been seen in the cellar. I worry they may have found it, though I can't imagine they could find the door so cleverly hidden away. It vexes me to think the staff is sticking their noses where they shouldn't be. Perhaps I'll have to set an example. I do so love setting examples.
Marsh, when he reads, kind of reads out loud. So, and after I finish reading, it's just like, what's that thing with the ooze? The cellar? And Marsh just kind of scratches his head a little bit.
Oh, I think the cellar, as in where they were storing like food and booze and stuff. If maybe
we
the
find
it
that
they're
room?
talking about is...
Sorry, what was that?
Did we find that room?
I don't think we did. I searched for a cellar when we were in the kitchen. I didn't find any stairs down. It might be somewhere else.
It would make sense that the cellar is beating the kitchen, but
Yeah. I think if whoever wrote this is worrying about them finding it, maybe it is the thing we're looking for.
Or at least something shiny and worth something.
Yeah.
well, if we ever get stumped, we got somewhere got a lead. As I just kind of start looking under the carpet if there's a carpet there.
Yep, there's a kind of a moldy-looking green carpet. The carpet's not moldy, but when you think of moldy green, that's the color of it. And you can kind of tug it up a corner until it's like pinned down by the desk, and just floor.
It's not here.
I'm gonna check out the bookshelf. Specifically, I want to check to see if there's any cleverly placed books where if you tug on them, a door opens.
Smart. So most of the books are kind of rotting away, and as you grab them, some of them even crumble in your hands while you're pulling them from the shelves.
Gross.
Yeah. Nothing triggers any sort of spring-loaded cool device.
Well, there goes that idea.
Boring bookshelf.
Is there another mirror on the far wall here?
Yes.
Yeah,
there is another mirror.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Naroke is gonna like see the mirror and like kind of walk over, and just because we're no longer in combat and he doesn't have to be as like hasty, he's just gonna like tunk and then lay it face down on the ground.
This mirror was red bordered, so it just had the kind of same deep red frame as the one you found in the dining hall.
Okay.
And there was one red framed mirror in the mirrored hallway as well that is smashed to bits. So, red mirror. And it is now on the ground.
Okay.
Well done. You showed that mirror who's boss. Actually, you showed those other mirrors who were boss.
Yeah, just tunk. Tunk.
I'm
I'll do the monster
gonna
math on that after.
I'm gonna head back out into the hall and check out this other door next to us.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Naroke will follow along.
And yeah, me too.
it opens without a hitch.
Oh, this seems
Oh,
like
I
the
don't
fun
like
room.
this room at all.
Party
I
room.
don't care for this.
So this definitely looks like a kind of a torture chamber.
Kind of.
There's all sorts of like ropes and shackles and chains and some, suspicious looking stains on the floor.
Ropes and shackles and
this-
chains, oh my.
Oh my. There's a chair here that's made out of spikes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with human furniture. Is this what you call comfy?
No, can't say I do.
Strange. Well-
Naroke's first thing is gonna go over and put the mirror down.
Okay.
I-
Yeah,
This whole campaign is just
I'm-
going to be Naroke developing a series of compulsions.
I'm gonna look in the teethy refrigerator.
Fuck. Okay, no, red framed mirror. It's down on the ground. All right. So, Marsh, as you pull open the teethy refrigerator, as you say, it's kind of, or it was already started. There was a bit of a crack.
Yep.
And as you pull it open, you see this viscous brown sludge kind of just fling open with the door. So hanging from the door to the inside of the device.
And that's
Looks
why you
like-
clean the teethy refrigerator.
Yeah, it looks like whatever was in here expired a long time ago, and I
And
just kind of close it.
So
Oh.
the room that didn't smell great before now smells terrible.
I'm just kind of hoping that no one noticed me open it. I just kind of subtly close it with my elbow.
You turn around and Nick's looking directly at you.
Ugh.
I gotta write teethy refrigerator down.
This is what the icon looked like. Ugh. That's me.
Fuck the name Iron Maiden. It's the teethy refrigerator forever now.
Oh no.
Change history. Wow.
Nick doesn't care for this at all, so he's gonna. What? Do these stairs lead up or down?
They lead up.
Okay.
Do you want to check
We're
the
gonna
other
leave those
doors
alone
first?
for a bit. Yeah, we're gonna go over and check this door here.
It opens without any problems. Swings open, and it just leads into a large. It looks like what would be a ballroom. Just but in shambles. It's quite dark in there. The torches that are lit fairly well throughout the castle. There's fewer in here. It looks pretty shambled. Large statues have been fallen to the ground and crumbled. It's just like a messy heap of a what you suspect was a ballroom.
With the size of the room, is it fair to assume that this door over on this side as well also leads into the ballroom?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think we should be trying to find the cellar, and I don't think there are any entrances to the cellar over here, which I think means we gotta backtrack.
Might as well check out that last door on the top right, and then I guess back to the kitchen.
Yeah, top right also leads into this ballroom.
Oh, I missed that
Okay,
fact.
so
Okay.
what else? Sorry, what else in the ballroom?
So it's kind of darkly lit or dimly lit rather, pardon me, compared to the rest of the castle. Large, what was probably statues that were kind of decorating the length of the room are crumbled to the ground. So there's heaps of stone. Even the ground itself is kind of busted. It just looks like a ramshackled ballroom, like a storm, was in there, like a tornado, and just tore it apart.
Somebody had a really fucking good party.
Probably had a
It didn't
bad
clean
morning the
up.
next day.
Someone already took the torches. Maybe someone was here before us.
I love that that's how you gauge.
It's like a
Sure.
good way to make sure you don't get lost. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't mind heading back to the kitchen instead of climbing up to the second floor, because I feel like if we don't pursue this lead now, we might just forget I don't know. I might forget.
There were mirrors back there, so sure, let's go that way.
More work to be done.
All right. So you guys are going. Oh, I'm gonna have to move your little icons. I think. Why do you do this to me? And that was the kitchen. Are your icons
Marsh
gone?
is just
Oh no!
QA clipping through the fucking wall.
Love it. You're there. Oops. My apologies. The doggo's not there.
Gotta bring
Oh.
the doggo.
We
We've gotta
forgot
fix that.
somebody.
Okay, so I checked the kitchen for an entrance to the cellar already.
We didn't. Did we like check under the mats already?
I don't remember.
I don't think we
I
checked
also don't
under all the
remember how well I
carpets.
rolled on that check.
That table got fed to the slime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, might as well check under the carpets that don't have a ton of furniture on it, because, or
Naroke going
maybe,
and
or
putting
maybe
the mirror
those ones
down.
as well. I'll pick this carpet.
Oh, sorry. You're putting that mirror down.
Yep.
Okay, so that was a purple framed mirror. Okay, and it is. And you don't break it, or do you break it? Sorry, you're
Nope.
just
Nope. Just gently putting it down.
gently putting it down.
Until
Okay.
it starts attacking me again, I'm gently putting the mirrors down.
If you could put it slightly off of that carpet, might be something good there.
Naroke will push the chest off, or the crate off the carpet, and kind of roll it back before to make sure there's nothing underneath it.
Okay, so Marsh, you pull back the. It's kind of a heavy carpet, very thick. Nicely made. Nothing under that carpet there.
Come on, Naroke.
Naroke, yeah, as you start to kind of roll back the carpet, you see a wooden kind of smaller door inset into the ground.
Sick.
Huzzah!
I think I found it.
Cool. I'm gonna go over and check to see whether it's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. You can see a
Okay.
thick, meaty padlock on it.
Gonna take out my lockpicks before Naroke can get at it. That's a 12. Naroke
That's a
might have to
12.
get at it.
So yeah, you're taking your time with it since there seems to be no kind of imminent rush. And for such an old lock, it's kind of tricky, and the tumbles are eluding you, and you're not able to feel that just like that sweet slip of your lockpick finding its place. And you can't undo it, open it rather.
Okay, I'm gonna say, hey Naroke, do you want to take a crack at this?
Sure.
Like a literal.
And he'll go and he'll pull out his skeleton key and once again stick it in the lock and try and turn it as much as it'll let him, and then take the key out, stick it back in his pocket, just grab the lock and just give it a good old chunk.
So you're grabbing the padlock and like giving the padlock a chunk. Yeah, I suppose roll me a strength check, please.
Only a 10.
So so I like to picture you hold on tight, and you do that like solid thunk, and you kind of crack the back of your arm into the shelf here with like the head spices and stuff, and part of the shelf just crumbles under the force of your arm hitting it.
I think we need to move this before I actually give it a good tug. It's an older log, so it's going to be a bit rusty.
Yeah.
So Naroke is just
gonna
going to
back
like
up a whole lot.
shoulder up against that shelf and just like kind of push it out of his way.
Let's see. I have a crowbar, so I guess I can give a whack at this. The old Marsh gets to try a lock for a change.
Hey Marsh, we both fucked up. You do it.
I'm gonna take out my crowbar and try to use like the power of leverage to break this.
Physics.
Come on, physics. Oh.
I do think you get advantage if you're using a crowbar.
I think you would get
Ooh.
advantage if you're using a crowbar.
15's pretty good.
So were you using it on the padlock or like the wooden boards to try and pry those up?
I was like, I was gonna focus on like seeing if I can break the padlock just with like, I don't know, just kind of like putting like the crowbar nicely like under the padlock, and then like probably like rolling something like kind of as a leverage point in the middle of the crowbar, and then just like pushing the crowbar down and snapping it open.
Okay. So you get that lined up pretty well, and it feels like sturdy before you're about to kind of reef down on it. And you scratch up the prong part of the padlock pretty well, but it's still together. You don't snap it open.
Naroke's kind of like shaking his head. It's just like, this thing is clearly too rusted. And he's just going to grab his hammer. He's going to set down his shield, two-hand his hammer, and just golf swing this thing.
I back up. Just scoot back a little bit.
Or we could let Naroke use the crowbar.
No, the crowbar's my thing. That's Marsh.
Naroke, can you make me an attack roll, please?
Oh, this is gonna go great. I'm glad I backed up.
19.
19. Jeez Louise. Yeah. So, much like a pro golfer, I suppose. It's like, I don't know if they say nothing but tee. I don't really know golf terms, but it's if you were to tee off or maybe nothing but ball. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure their main yell.
No,
We'll
that's only if
find
you're gonna
golf
hit
lingo
someone.
eventually.
And just a solid thwack on that padlock, and it skitters against the wall. You break the hell out of it.
The beautiful game, the king's game. The game known as ball chess.
Perfect.
Naroke's gonna go pick up a shield again, and it's open. Just kind of pull open the cellar door.
Okay. It opens, and there's like some wooden stairs that are sort of embedded into the ground that lead down into the darkness, the inky black darkness.
Naroke's gonna pull out one of his torches of Everburn.
I grab like a fistful of 3.
We have so many of these.
Yeah, I'm now just picturing I can't hold all these limes guy. But it's just Everburn torches.
I throw a torch down the stairs with the intention I'm gonna pick it up once we go down the stairs.
All right. It bounces down the steps quite a way, and it probably descends a good, what you think is like 70 feet down before you hear it kind of like stop bouncing and just roll to a stop.
This seems a bit big for a cellar.
Well, you gotta bury the food deep so it stays cold.
Very astute observation, Naroke.
And if this lady's a fire lady, then they probably need to bury it deeper.
Not as astute an observation, Naroke.
Naroke is a genius of his own sorts.
Naroke is a very specific kind of person.
Well, that torch is gonna pick up itself, and I guess I'll start heading down the stairs.
Naroke will follow after.
I'll follow last.
All right. Bringing up the rear, and Doggo also.
Yay!
Oh, wait. I wonder if I can like make it do fetch with an ever-burning torch. Probably won't do this on the stairs, but future note.
Yeah, definitely not on the stairs. I don't know how smart skeletal dogs are, but I think they're smart enough to know playing on the stairs is a bad idea. Like from a past life or something. Okay.
Oh no.
That's
You
why
mean
he
his
died.
one past life?
He learned that lesson once.
You don't have to have a parachute to go skydiving, you just have to have a parachute to go skydiving twice.
So you guys are descending down the steps really carefully. They're definitely not like they would crumble under you because they're so embedded into the ground, the earth. But they're not very wide steps, so you do have to take it kind of slow and carefully. And when you finally descend all the way down, the room that you're in opens up. It's not very tall, but it seems to be quite long. And there's shelves upon shelves and like giant wooden caskets.
Wine?
Probably.
Yeah, just
Or
Like,
it was at one point wine. It may not be
I-
anymore.
I'm
Casks
just wondering
of
if
wine
it was
or
like,
caskets with
Yeah.
bodies.
yeah, I was wondering if it were people or food caskets.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not people. But like wine.
So
rather.
casks of wine. Okay.
Cask. Oh, yeah, no, I always say casket. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Cask.
that's why we clarify. It's like, are these casks of wine or are these caskets of bodies?
I don't know if I've done that as Anna or in this campaign already, but I do it every time. Casks of wine, sorry, or just like large round things. Each
Big old
wall
barrels.
is adorned with them, and there are some barrel kind of things that are standing upright. More shelves.
Naroke is gonna go rummaging into his chest and grab his tankard and walk up to, like, are any of these tapped?
Yeah, you can find some that are tapped. Absolutely.
He's gonna walk up to one of the ones that's tapped and like twist the nozzle or whatever it needs to be done in order to
It's
try
gonna be
and
vinegar.
retrieve some whatever the heck is in these barrels.
It's vinegar.
So it's not as it's not quite sludgy, but it's still thicker than like water, for example. So kind of like a.
So we're talking like blood-like texture.
Pepto-Bismol. Yeah, blood. That makes more sense.
I'm not sure which is more unpleasant to think about, is blood or Pepto-Bismol in terms of texture.
Yeah, they're both relatively the same. Blood is just a bit more viscous.
And it smells sour.
Do
Naroke's
not
gonna dip
drink
his
that.
finger in and like.
You kind of like similar to if you were to do that to a lemon, your face, I imagine, kind of puckers up from the sourness of it. And now that you're bringing it closer to your mouth, it smells really pretty rancid.
Naroke's just gonna look back to them and just like, rich people have really weird taste when it comes to booze.
I think you
This
need to
stuff
add
tastes
some like.
awful.
I think you need to add like flowers to it.
No, I don't
Shrug?
think that my mouth going numb is gonna help.
It might make it go down easier.
I'm not sure that's true.
I'm
I'm gonna start looking for secret doors now.
I gotta think about tea.
All right. Can I get you guys to make me perception checks, please?
I got a 16.
5.
10.
10. All right. So Tom, you're getting a real good look at some of the spices and vials that were probably filled with not vials, jars filled with pickled vegetables. You're finding a lot of food.
That would be my area of interest.
Okay. You can definitely pilfer some of those if you want. There's like jars of carrots and like some sort of tuber, like potato-y kind of looking thing.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of gathering a lot of weird stuff in my inventory. I'll probably leave the root vegetables.
Okay. Naroke, much of the same. You're a lot of food, like the normal fanfare that you would find kind of in a cellar, but a lot of it kind of spoiling.
Okay.
After so long of not being consumed. You do manage to find a shelf that has like bottled, like what looks like bottled wine.
Are they
That is still
like they're corked and all that kind of stuff?
they're corked, yeah.
Naroke's gonna take one of those and pop it open and take a sniff of the wine.
It smells potent, but not sour.
He's gonna take a bit of a swig.
So this it's barely there. There's sort of like oaky kind of notes with just the faintest hint of elderberries. I don't know wine.
That's fine.
You do wood in a fruit, right?
Yeah, it's a wood and a fruit. You're fine.
Okay.
He's gonna dump some into his tankard, swirl it around, and dump out whatever viscous remnants are from the last one, and then he's gonna fill up his tankard.
All right, and you're just sipping that as you go about.
How many bottles are there?
I'm gonna say you can find like 4 intact, decent bottles that haven't been cracked or the corks kind of up and whatnot.
Okay, so 3 that are sealed and the one that I'm currently drinking.
Correct. Are you sharing with the class?
Oh yeah, if anyone else wants some of the wine, they're more than welcome to. I've got an open bottle here.
I try not to drink on the job.
I'm okay for now. Thanks for the offer.
Naroke's just like, suit yourself. We may not live to get back to the cities, so drink them while you got them.
And Dominic. So I like to think while they're kind of distracted by like jars and stuff on shelves, you're sort of peering behind everything as you're going about, and you see one of the giant casks, and it looks different from the rest of them. The inlay on it is quite fancy, whereas the other ones were just kind of sealed with just regular old steel and whatnot. This one's kind of gold and pretty, and it just definitely stands out. And when you look behind it, it looks like there's a tunnel.
Cool. Hey guys, I found a tunnel.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, yeah, tunnels.
You know, the thing we're down here to look for.
I kind of look at the vegetables and then look at you and then look at the vegetables.
You can eat those on the way.
Yeah, let's go. I have my torch ready at hand.
These tunnels are not very wide and tall, so it's definitely of the crawl variety. Like
Oh,
a crawl
goody.
space.
Does that mean we make Naroke go first or last?
That depends on how much you want to stare at that ass.
So Naroke,
Truly, this is a dilemma.
Naroke, you can make it through, but not wearing your chest. You'd have to.
So it's the usual put it down and drag it.
Yeah, kind of deal.
Okay.
You're already very broad-shouldered as it is.
In which case, I should probably go last, so that way the chest basically covers our ass.
But also traps us in here? I don't know if I want to be trapped with the way out behind us blocked.
Well, the thing is, I can stop and kick the chest out further than I'd be able to just shove it forwards. So if something
Anyway,
starts
under the
coming
cross.
in, that means we have to leave. Leaving is going to be easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess into the crawl space we go.
What's your pecking order?
Naroke's going last.
Naroke's last. I think I'm gonna go first and check for like anything that will collapse on us or try to kill us or various nasty things that somebody might have jammed in here to kill people.
I guess with a party of 3, that leaves me in middle.
Yeah.
And is your raptor before or after you, Marsh? Or is your raptor like hanging out outside in the cellar?
I'll have him come with me. He'll just be behind me and in between Naroke.
Doggo's going to be in front of me in between Raptor.
Oh,
Dog train.
All right, dog. Okay.
We don't want to have the dog behind the chest and have to take that one to the face as if we have to leave.
Oh my gosh, you need so much super glue to put that back together.
Hey, I once resurrected an entire IKEA bookshelf that had shattered to pieces using wood glue, so...
That's amazing.
Well, considering the fact that I'm pretty sure that there is nothing actually living anymore inside of Raptor, Marsh could probably put him back together. Albeit probably with a few extra additions.
You guys ever have the science project in school where you took like an owl pellet that had like a mouse in it and you had to like reconstitute the bones and put it back together?
I wish. My schools weren't fun enough for that.
We got fetal pig day, and that was it.
Oh,
yeah,
we
we decimated rats.
We got to dissect a frog once, and then our science teacher was like, I don't like dissection, and so we never did one again.
Right. The rat sounds cool, at least.
Yeah, I didn't like the way we did it.
Okay. Well, I imagine you putting, Doggo back together the way we had to, like, figure out which bit of the mouse was which bit. Like, the only thing that everyone got right was the head. Everything else from there was just like,
I
don't know.
think this is the leg.
Okay, so this it's very easy to tell as you're crawling through this tunnel that it is leading down. So it's nicer to kind of go down. Gravity's sort of on your side, Nick, as you're checking the walls and stuff, it's pretty well made for being like a tiny, weird little shoddy tunnel. It's feels like it's gonna hold. It's not crumbly, and you're probably crawling for about 10 minutes before it finally opens up, and there's these large red wooden doors before you.
Well,
While,
that looks like a thing.
while we're crawling along, Naroke is just gonna be like, when we get back to town, can someone remind me to put wheels on this thing? It's like drag, crawl, 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 drag, crawl,
I mean,
crawl.
with the stuff in the kitchen, I might be able to put it to fix that up for you once we get back.
I'm just
Let's look
picturing
into
us
that.
converting this chest into rolling luggage. That's essentially what you're asking for.
Well, it'll still be worn most of the time, but considering the number of times I've already had to drag it around.
Quite a few, actually.
Yep.
I thought a ruined city
Yeah,
would
who'd
be
have
so
thunk it?
ruined. This door, as you come up, it's of the same sort of deep, rich red that was on the red mirrors, like the frames, and it's carved quite ornately. It's very beautiful, with like flames licking up and stuff. Just a really cool, very tall.
I wonder whose door this is.
And you say that out loud, Marsh?
Well, whisper.
Yeah, okay. So as you're talking, the door, it kind of glows with a sort of red magic, and it kind of goes a little bit brighter and hums, and then as you stop talking, it just goes back to being like a normal looking door.
Oh, cool. Oh,
Double
I might know
doors.
this one. What was her name again? Has like Fury, Alfury,
Alfuria was her name.
Alfuria. Yeah. And I just say Alfuria to see if the door reacts.
So the door glows that like kind of red when you speak, and kind of hums and dies down again.
Darn, I literally only have one more idea. Or maybe it's open. Well,
I would. What do you think the odds are that one of us gets set on fire if we touch the door?
do we have like an okay, comfortable amount of space near the door? I'm just double checking. I'm not
Yeah,
like still behind
absolutely.
Nick.
No, absolutely. This opens up, and there's like
Okay.
there's like 20 feet from the
Okay.
the entrance of the tunnel to the door.
Oh, hang on. I know this one. Friend.
Same thing. Kind of slowly lights up, hums, dies down when you stop speaking.
Fuck.
Speak, friend, and enter.
Naroke's gonna walk up towards the door, just like. You got any good jokes about trees? And he's just staring at the door as he says this.
Trees.
The door lights up. Fades.
That's make like a tree and get through this door. Yeah,
Nick
no,
just
that's probably
slowly
not.
turns to look at Marsh.
I don't know.
Darn.
And then Naroke just kind of perks up. It's like, what did the Ent say to the dog?
Bark.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Boo.
Would you like to
at
hear
that
another?
joke. At that
And
joke.
now we all die.
The door. It kind of flashes like a darker, kind of angry red for a second before dying down.
There's no
Naroke, do
need
you
to
want to
be
try
a
just
birch
pushing the
about
door
it.
open?
Oh man.
And yeah, this goes without saying. Every time you guys speak, even if it's just to each other, the door reacts.
Maybe we're supposed to be really loud?
Naroke's gonna like pause for a moment. It's like he's gonna take his shield and take his hammer and just go like bang, 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 bang on the shield.
It pulses with each hit on your shield, but
So
still a door.
It just needs noise. What? Naroke's an idiot. He's just gonna walk up and push on the door. How much fire damage do I take?
I would say he's an idiot. It sounded like he just got bored.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So Naroke, can you please make me a Dex saving throw?
Oh, here we go.
Angry door. Angry door.
It's been nice knowing you. 9.
9.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Let me check if I
Jeez
have
Louise.
anything.
All right, you're gonna take 10 points of fire damage.
Oh, Nelly.
And yeah, as you do you one-hand it? Do you two-hand it? It's double doors. What are you?
Oh yeah,
picturing
he
here?
if it's double doors, he's just full of just trying to shove,
Yeah.
give them both a good shove.
So as your palms make contact, you just feel this instant like quick sear, sort of if you touch a hot stove, and I imagine you pull your hands back really quick. And where your palms were, there was like a bright red glow on the door, like palm shape that slowly fades away.
Well, that was extremely uncomfortable. Excuse me for a moment. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself again. Yeah, Naroke is rather haggard at this point. He's got 2 health.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
He almost got doored to death.
I know. 1d plus 2. Oh, that is not much.
Oh, no.
And that was a spell, right? Not a.
Yes, I'll be rolling my d20 in a moment here. Okay, so I didn't surge on that.
I've got one idea, but I don't think it's gonna work. I try to light a normal torch, and then I'll just get my raptor to just kind of boop the door with the fire of the normal torch. It's worth a shot.
Absolutely. So when the do you have it so it's kind of like hanging out of his mouth on
Yep.
the side, or is it straight? Okay.
Sorry, but it's straight. I just kind of picture it like a big a big raptor cigar.
Cigar, totally. I just needed to know. It was very important.
Yeah.
So Raptor kind of saunters up to it and tilts his head to the side, and as soon as the torch makes contact with the door, it just bursts into flames.
Raptor, the torch, or the door?
The torch. Yeah, sorry, the torch. Just the fire that's already on the torch ignites even bigger, and it kind of disintegrates the torch, destroying it.
See, now I'm just picturing those scenes where, like in the cartoons, where you've got like the cartoon like smoking the cigar that's actually just a stick of dynamite and it explodes, and so you just get like the frayed end and just like smoke all over their face.
Yeah, their little mustaches are singed, and yeah, Raptor's face is a little bit blackened from where the initial poof of flame went up.
Well, I'm all out of ideas.
Does anyone have an air horn?
I have a drum.
The drum might do it.
Okay.
Try to just make the loudest prolonged noise you can on the drum.
Oh, don't. That's the one thing I can maybe do with the drum, and I take out the drum and do that. I don't know. I just like hit it really fast and loud. I guess that's
just a
what
drum
I'm
roll,
aiming
just
for.
a really loud
Yeah.
drum roll.
That'd be so cool if it opens with a drum roll.
Drum roll, please. The door, the light emanating from the door, pulses with kind of the tune of the drum, and the hum kind of goes along with it, sounding really cool. But otherwise, it fades when you stop playing.
Did any of the many paintings depict any sort of musical instrument or something sound related?
No, there was nothing like no lute or flute.
What did the note say again?
It was just commenting on.
It said something about making bread, which I think means fucking.
Maybe
Probably.
if we offer bread to the door.
Well, that would be the better alternative. I'm not fucking in front of the door.
I don't think. I hope the door doesn't want that. Oh, find the door so cleverly hidden away. Perhaps I'll have to set an example. I do love setting example.
Oh, that's the torture room.
Okay, I mean, it mentions the door, but I looking at the note right now, I do not seem to have much of a clue of I think it implies they were about to find the door, but the people sneaking into the cellar maybe in the end did or didn't open the door, so
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
cast
if this
Sacred
note...
Flame on the door.
I cast Sacred Flame on the door.
Yep. The door has to
Right.
make a deck save.
It fails.
Because it's a door.
It
It
fails,
takes
yeah.
1d8 radiant damage.
All right. So what does that look like for you when you cast Sacred Flame? Palm out? Do you snap?
Uh, picture more so like basically like whatever weapon he's got is like raised up and like points. Like I essentially imagine kind of like a thunderbolt of thing like flying out
From your weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the energy of Sacred Flame, whatever your hammer.
Yeah.
Okay. Protrudes forth from your hammer, and it kind of envelops the door, and the door doesn't like explode quite like the torch did when Raptor touched it, but the light and heat emanating from it is just sort of like an instant whoof, and it starts from the bottom and goes up, and you guys feel very, very warm as the door heats up, but then it just kind of dies down again.
I
You
think
guys
we
make
might...
I think
Sorry,
we're
you guys make
missing
me
the
intelligence checks.
I could do an intelligence
I
check.
can make an intelligence check, or at least a lack of intelligence check. That's a 3, so a lack of intelligence check.
8.
11.
All right.
We were a
So-
smart group.
You're all kind of scratching your heads at this, and Nick, you just sort of like, it reacts when we talk and to sound in general. We probably got to say the right thing.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
really.
I do so love setting examples.
I think we'll have to come back to this door later, though.
Yeah, I think
Fire.
I think we're missing the important parts.
I think we need a password.
And flame.
I don't suppose.
Combustion. Sorry.
No, thinking back to those tapestries, was there any significant imagery in those that was repeated?
I take out the tapestry I keep with me and take a look.
So you have the one where she's being very aggressive and
Yeah.
has like her hand out. It's just a tall glamour shot of her in her signature kind of red robes, her black spiky gauntlets that go up to her elbows, but no words, no runes, nothing that gives way of any sort of past kind of phrase.
Okay. Well, my next best idea is to go back up to that bedchamber and check to see whether she wrote her password down on a post-it somewhere.
Yeah.
Alternatively, we still have not yet gone upstairs, so it could
This
be
is true.
could be
D-
upstairs. That may not even be her office. That could have just
don't-
been the office of the janitor lady.
Don't we also have like a large section of the ground floor we haven't explored yet, or did it kind of
Oh,
loop
wait,
back?
the janitor lady mentioned something. She said the name Choppers.
Choppers.
You guys will remember that when you entered the castle, you stayed on the ground floor and went to the doors ahead of you, but there was a gigantic staircase leading up. So
Yes.
there's a whole upper floor there that you
Yeah.
have not explored.
I-
As well.
And then we've
I'm
got
just, I'm just kind of hoping that the password is the dog's name. I'm gonna say Choppers.
Shit. No. Door glows and hums and fades.
Ah, fuck.
The door thinks about it.
Okay, what's her mother's maiden name? Is the
Uh,
password reset?
Quick to the library.
The date of birth. And it's worth mentioning that you guys are starting to feel pretty tired. Like a whole long day has come and gone.
Do you think this is the safest
Deep
place
in
in
the
the
bed.
building to sleep? This might be the safest place in the building to sleep.
I mean, we could take a break here for sure. Like, it's got heat, it's got light.
Naroke's
I
gonna
don't
push
think-
his chest into the hole.
Yeah, I'm down for taking a break here.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of room for you to set up bedrolls and whatnot. I imagine tents are not necessary.
Probably not.
Good old dirt floor.
Do you guys plan on taking a like a full 8-hour rest here, or like Marsh said, do you want a break, like a small break?
What time of day? I know it's hard to tell, but internal clock. What time of day is it? Is it bedtime?
You're feeling like it's bedtime. Like you're coming up on 10:30 p.m.
Okay, we should probably sleep here, keep a watch just in case, and then see if we can find a post-it with the password on it on the upper floors in the morning.
We're just
I'm
gonna have to
down for
learn
that.
a lot about this fire lady here.
How light is it in this room?
So there's like a faint kind of glow, emanating, whatever words, from the door. So it's not brightly lit, like it doesn't hurt to look at it, but it lights up the room a fair bit. There's no other torches or anything in this small room. It's all light from the door.
And how long was that tunnel?
That tunnel.
It was a 10-minute tunnel.
Yeah, it was in feet.
Well, if it's a 10-minute tunnel,
it's long. It's a long tunnel.
Naroke's gonna before he shoves his chest into the hole, he's gonna go and he's gonna take one of Marsh's Everburn torches and toss it down the tunnel. Just to provide a little bit of light down the tunnel in the event that something does start coming, we can maybe get some sight of it before.
Wait,
Would you
isn't
blocking
it
that
inclined
tunnel
towards us? Isn't that torch just gonna roll down?
Also, weren't you blocking the torch with your chest? Or the tunnel?
Well, I don't think the chest is going to take up the entire space of the tunnel. It creates a somewhat barrier, but I also don't imagine the torches are perfectly cylindrical. So if it does start rolling, it should roll and like curve off to one side.
Yes, when you chuck the torch down, it doesn't roll all its way back down. It eventually peters off into the distance. And I'd say because it's going up slightly, you can just barely see the light from the torch. You got a good kind of distance on it, so you see the glow, but you don't see the torch or anything. Just the glow.
So if we stop seeing the glow, then we've got a problem. Naroke's gonna plunk his chest in and it's like, I'll take first watch.
I'll take last watch.
Middle.
It's the usual, right?
Yeah, because Nick hates waking up in the middle of a watch, so...
Naroke is also going to cast Cure Wounds on himself again, just in case.
I don't
You might as well. We're about to sleep anyway.
So I need to roll 1d8 plus...
Get that sweet healings.
8.
Oh, what was that? Double what you got?
That is over double my health back of what my current health is.
Better than nothing. I hope we don't surge.
And I don't
cast
surge.
Fireball. Perfect. Maybe that was the clue all along, was you needed to cast Fireball on the door.
With very small quarters.
You open it, but you all die. Sorry. It doesn't happen. All right, Naroke. So it's your watch. Why don't you give me a perception check?
I can do that. 6.
6. Wow. It is like nice toasty door at your back. It's just so comfy in this room that's all quiet and nothing to see here. Your watch is just uneventful.
Every once in a while, Naroke will go and he'll go and look to make sure they can still see the torch. Then he'll go back and he'll sit down at the door and keep telling it knock-knock jokes.
Yeah, the nice crimson glow that would come when it talks is just getting more like violently darker red and shaky as you tell it jokes. It doesn't react in any other way other than just angry light, as it were.
We're gonna find out that there's some spirit trapped in this door and it's really pissed off being told terrible jokes all night.
Wow. Yeah, and the torch of ever flame, ever burning, doesn't falter throughout the night,
Okay,
or your watch, anyways.
so I'll go and kick Marsh's foot and just like, your turn.
Okay, I go up to the door quietly, and I'll try to say every different version of the word fire to it.
The door lights and hums and fades with each word of fire that you say to it. Could you make me a perception check?
Here's to hoping that this isn't like a Windows password or after you fail too many
Non-natural
times, it just
20.
locks you out.
Yeah, that'd be a shame. Looks like we're
Right
digging.
over.
dirty 20. All right, so as you're I like to think that you're sitting down and like trying to mull over another word that it could possibly be, and so your mind is like, you're not making any noise, and you just faintly hear the ding of xylophone. Just, it's not loud, it's in the distance of distance. It's not in your head. You feel like you're hearing it outside of your mind. Just the fun little jaunty tune of xylophone.
Is it
I
like
will.
Flight of the Bumblebee or something?
Kinda, but not Flight of the Bumblebee.
Marsh will go, and he's gonna try to memorize that tune, and then he'll wait for morning before he tries playing it at the door.
That's awesome. Okay. You can definitely spend your time trying to recreate that. And
Again, I'm just gonna try to like either like write it down or just kind of commit it to my head. Again, I don't want to start a band while Nick is sleeping.
I can only imagine how pissed he'd be. Okay. And while you're committing that that little tune to memory, the rest of your watch goes by without any sort of problem.
Yeah, I'm just picturing Marsh trying to like play that like quietly on his drums, except not being very effective at being quiet. So it's just like the whole like, I didn't get no sleep because of all y'all. All y'all not getting no sleep because of me.
Because of me.
Uh,
Oh. Also a good
Nick
one.
reaches for his sword cane, briefly pulls the blade out, and then thinks better of it and puts it back in.
Are you gonna try and wake up Nick, or is Nick already awake?
when
He's
it
already
is
awake.
when I was gonna wait till Nick shift before I try to wake up Nick.
Yeah, sorry. So your shift will go by trying to learn this tune. How do you want to wake up Nick?
It's gonna be kind of weird, but I want to see if I could like wake Nick up with like humming the tune of the xylophone.
Like in his ear?
No, I'm not, no, just like nearby. Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just, I'm not trying to be creepy about it.
Of course. You proficiency in 5e, or am I thinking?
Proficiency is 5e.
Performance.
Perform.
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking Pathfinder again. My apologies. Could you make me a performance check?
Hey, 16.
Yeah. All right. So you are just certain that you have nailed it. Like the tone, there's a little crescendo that you meet perfectly, and you have just banged out that tune that you were hearing. And the door just reacts as normal, lighting up and humming with the noise, and dying as you stop humming.
Ah, darn! I really thought I was on to something with that one.
Marsh, what the fuck is that?
Oh, it's the xylophone sound I hear always.
You please stop.
Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. It's
What?
your shift.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I just kind of curl up in a nice little ball in the corner.
Nick's gonna get up. This must be very comfortable for Marsh, considering he's a lizard.
Yeah, it's better than
It's got a basking rock.
bad bed.
Yeah, you didn't have to share this one with the goblin.
Woo!
For funsies, can you make me a perception check?
Sure. Natural 20.
Oh,
With a nat 1 on the other
okay.
side.
With a nat 1 on the other side.
Yeah, wow, that's a beautiful juxtaposition. So the torch that Naroke had previously tossed, burning without a hitch, you do not hear the xylophone noises that Marsh was kind of going on about. But you can't get that tune out of your head now that he
Damn
hummed it. It's just like it's kind of in there, and you catch yourself humming it, which I imagine pisses you off to no end.
Yeah. To distract myself, important question: do I still have the smut we found in that other town?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm gonna crack that open. I'm gonna try and brute force the password by reading aloud from the book.
So-
One of these words might well be the password.
We have just as good a chance as Eddie right now.
So the door, as you're speaking, it glows that familiar sort of red, but the hum kind of gets higher pitched and more excited as you're speaking.
Oh no!
Oh no, I'm making the door horny.
See, I'm just imagining that you're gonna hit like one of those points where it just gets like into really explicit detail, and then rather than the door going like the like brighter oranges, it's just gonna like start blushing pink.
So the door reacts as you speak, but nothing changes much out of the ordinary.
All right.
All right.
And your watch goes by without any sort of issue. In fact, it's really lovely to have this time with the door. Just reading by doorlight. Yeah, I assume Marsh and Naroke, you're kind of waking up just with your natural sort of clock.
Waking up to me complaining about various really lazy epithets that are being used in the book.
Perfect.
I
Or it's
swear,
just
if I
kinda
read
like-
the words velvet sheathed hardness one more fucking time.
Marsh wakes up and is like, what? What?
Uh,
I broke Mel.
Really good. I'm writing that down too. Feeling that, Bill. Oh, when I come back to these notes, it's gonna
You're gonna be
be a
very
good day for
confused.
me. So, Naroke and Marsh, you wake up to this, and Nick, as you feel them or see them stirring.
Feel them
Sorry, as you see them stirring, you guys feel like crap. Like that headache is just coming back like tenfold. It's like just a crown of head pain. Your bodies feel sluggish.
All right, time for more of that potion, I guess.
As you're like pulling out the potion to drink that, Naroke's got the bottle of wine in his hands. Oh. Pull one of those.
Yeah, try the potion first, and then more wine if that doesn't work.
So it took us 2 potions to get over here, right?
Correct. So you were on your third potion.
I thought we were on our 4th,
Or-
unless I miscounted. I could have
Sorry,
miscounted
I might
easily.
have miscounted. So
I have
Slept
4
out-
potions of don't die in the city left.
Yeah, me as well. So
okay.
we got 2 more potions before we have to leave.
Yeah.
If we have some time in the morning, I want to try to like use my Tinker's tools to make something vaguely similar that causes a vaguely similar sound effect to a xylophone. Because like xylophones, I don't know how complicated the xylophone is. Like, it's just a
Not
lot of
excessively.
a lot of musical block thingies. I think I can kind of do something similar.
Can you do it while we walk? Because time is a factor here.
Yeah, I could do that while we're walking.
Yeah, just grab some of the
Okay.
table legs and just whittle those down as we walk.
Yeah, that's...
All right.
I don't need all the notes of a xylophone, just a couple.
Just the ones that are part of the tune.
Yep.
So I guess we go up and start poking around the upper floors of the castle.
Do we want to do the main hall stairwell up, or do we want to do the stairwell up those by the ballroom?
I think main hall stairway first.
Yeah, I agree.
So you guys are able to just backtrack your way. It takes a while to kind of crawl up. It's like slightly more difficult than crawling down. Naroke, you get your chest with you. You make it through the tunnel, through the cellar, into the kitchen. And into the main kind of entryway, and that is where we're going to stop for our break because I am fading into the darkness.
Need to turn some lights on.
And we will be back in 10 minutes to continue on.
Alrighty. We'll be back.
We'll go live.
Buttons have been pushed. We're alive again.
Live. Okay. When we last left our intrepid heroes, they were crawling through a really small and comfortable tunnel. And they emerge into the kitchen. Remind me, which part of the castle you're going to explore next?
I think we're headed back out into the lobby and then up those big main stairs.
All right. All right, so, yeah, your kind of castle sort of entrance. Oh, dog. Jeez.
Doggo.
Yeah, I didn't have Doggo, or I was still searching for Doggo when we first got to this map.
Yep. Gotta have Doggo. Doggo is there.
Doggo is there. Well, that was like, hello, Doggo. I just wanted Naroke.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Third verse, same with the other 23.
Oh.
These mirrors are being gently set down on the ground.
All right. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna use one of these mirrors before you get to it, though. I want to try to.
Okay, you grab the lower one then.
Yeah, I'll just kind of. I'll grab. There was like one that was originally pointing to like that one tower in the city. Which one was that one again?
So this mirror here, Marsh, you recognized. It had sort of the same damage, the same kind of crack in the bottom right corner, as the mirror you had seen in kind of the drug house
shack
in the forest.
Yep. I'm going to. Just before Naroke gets to it, I'm gonna try to just recreate the tune either by humming it or maybe with like makeshift wooden blocks, kind of. See if that gets me anywhere.
You're sitting there playing the music, and Naroke's standing behind you waiting so you can take down the mirror. He doesn't trust it anymore.
Yep.
Could you roll me a performance check?
3.
He has forgotten the
All right.
tune.
So you're kind of thinking first to yourself, like, how did that go? And you're playing it through. And so as you're kind of beating it out, you get the relative tune of it, but there's a couple notes here and there that you whiff on, and nothing seems to happen with the mirror.
The friggin' mirror critic. Okay, you can put this one down, Naroke, if you want. I'm out of ideas.
Okay, Naroke, you put that mirror down.
Are you just going in circles, Nick?
I'm just rotating until people are done dicking around with mirrors is all.
Naroke's ready to go.
Okay, up the stairs we go.
Great. So as you ascend the stairs here, there's a tapestry bigger than the tapestries you saw in the dining room, and it is indeed of Elfuria. She is front and foremost, and around her are the figures of other people, none of which whom you recognize, kind of like circling. Think of like a boy band poster where there's like a lot of boy band members, so they're kind of doing the semicircle to all be in the shot.
And then there's one person who's clearly actually the lead, and they're in the middle.
Yeah, and that's Elfuria, just decked out in her. Oh, go on, Marsh.
Is there? Oh, no. Finish your description. Is it just like the gloves and the?
Yeah. So same thing. She she has her hands not like Mr. Burns, but sort of like interweaved in front of her kind of chest height. The long, spiky black gauntlets. Her black flowing hair kind of falls over her chest. There's the tapestry isn't perfectly unmarred though. There is one figure that's, I guess, to her right, to the left when you're looking at it, and it looks like it was deliberately burnt out. Like the silhouette of a body that was standing there has been Not like, oh, this thing got a
Oh.
little bit on fire. No, this was
I-
specifically damaged.
I think I have the medicine for this. Let me just double check that I can use it on this.
Are you gonna cast mending on the tapestry?
It doesn't say any. It doesn't say anything about time. Yeah, just cast mending on it.
Yeah, it would restore the material, but it won't actually put the painting back.
Yeah, I was wondering, could it recreate
Sorry,
like?
Aaron, sorry. Do you think a tapestry is when you just paint on fabric?
That is what I was imagining, was like canvas painted.
No, a tapestry is embroidered.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
like stitched
Yeah.
in. So
Although I think your point remains. I don't think you can repair the fabric, but I don't think it's going to repair the very intricate stitching.
Yeah, like I don't know if that would.
It specifies it can fix like a torn cloak.
Yeah, but that's just
It's very ambiguous.
But that being said, if
Yeah.
this is burnt out, I don't think it would necessarily, because isn't it with
Does it
mending you also have
change
to
the
have the
chemi-
parts?
Sorry, one more time.
Don't you have to have the parts when you're mending? You can't mend something that doesn't exist. So if this has been burnt out, like all the
Sorry, guys.
stitches and weaves that you'd have in there, those don't exist anymore.
yeah.
It's just because the mending focuses on patching things up. So
Yeah. I mean, if there's a hole, it'll patch the hole, but I'm not like it'll fix the backing fabric, but I'm not sure it'll restore like the stitching on top that is the actual tapestry.
As long as the break or tear is no larger than 1 foot in any dimension, you may mend it. So this is quite a large tapestry.
I was hoping like the section that was burnt out was around a foot.
No, it's so the silhouette of the body, the presumably body, I guess, that was deliberately burnt out is definitely bigger than a foot. I'd say you can probably restore some of the fabric a little bit, maybe make it look less charred where around the edges, but you wouldn't be able to fully restore it back to its former glory. Unfortunately, it is quite a large burn. It's not like a cigarette, kind of.
Like,
although that would be really funny if somebody had just taken a cigarette and just burned out the face specifically.
No, it's probably the fire lady just like making the one finger light a flame, just like
Yep. Real slowly.
Just scratching it out like with a big Sharpie.
well, maybe we can maybe sometime in the future we'll CSI it and bring it back to the lab for reconstruction. But I guess that's I thought about taking this painting with me, but it might be a little too big.
It's pretty big. Yeah, you would definitely need to get on Naroke's kind of shoulders and then have him boost you up even more to be able to undo it from the top.
I have Mage Hand for extra pilfering.
Does it say that in the description for extra pilfering?
Maybe.
Actually, I kind of want to know what this campaign looks like where we just suddenly pivot to being art restorers.
Yeah, you're kind of going that way.
I have the ocean painting, and I just want to keep going from there.
Yeah, right on. Sell that, make a lucrative business. Maybe.
Although that stays rolled up in your bag for much longer, it's not going to be in very good condition when you unroll it.
Especially with the things you've been shoving in there.
I'll just top it off with, I don't know, mending every now and then. Maybe it could be used to maintain things.
No, we just covered.
That was a bird
We just
mark.
covered this.
It should be able to fix wear and tear, right? As I get out my chisel and trying to repair the painting with a chisel.
Just Bob Ross it, making happy little. I don't know, it was a boat, right? Happy little sails. Anyways, can I get you guys to roll me perception checks?
Oh, thank God. Yes.
While we're doing this, Naroke is going to pull the tapestry aside.
All right, so. Okay. Well, as Naroke pulls the tapestry aside, you all would have seen this anyways, but there is a large red mirror. Sorry, it's a large mirror with the red frame behind the tapestry.
Huh.
I
If
hummed the
only we figured
tune.
out
You
how
can't
the
pull it
mirrors
down.
work.
You definitely can't pull this down. It is a large red mirror. The tapestry, the huge tapestry, is
Yeah.
kind of the same size of it, unfortunately.
I
As
mean,
in,
with enough.
is it attached to the wall rather securely, or are you just saying that we're not tall enough to reach the nail holding it to the wall? Because one of those is overcomable.
It is attached to the wall rather securely. Let's say that.
All right. Well, we know what we need to do now. Remove the wall.
If we weren't on these if we weren't on these potions, I would totally take the time to disassemble this because I want to add this to the art collection. But I figure we just might not have enough time.
You know where it is. You can always come back for some reason.
Maybe we'll
I
try
don't
and
know.
rip
I
it down
think
on
the
the way
fact that
back.
one of the figures is burned out kind of reduces the value of the piece.
I mean, I'm just making a fan collection of Alfuria just because it's like, I don't know. It's just someone might be interested. I don't know.
How long ago
I
did
would
the
love
war
to
happen that nuked all these cities?
Sorry, one more time. What was that?
How long ago did the war happen?
That we're looking at over 300 years ago. You don't know have the exact date, but you know it was within the mark of like 300, 350.
Someone's still got to be a fan.
I don't think most people know who she is.
Yeah, I don't think there's an enduring legacy of Elfiria the Instathoughty. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe if we meet her, I can get her like signature or something.
I really hope we don't meet her.
I hope she's
If
not
we
in
meet
good
her,
enough
we've
condition.
got a lot of things we need to explain very quickly.
Marsh,
I
I'd
hope
love to
that
see
when
your
we meet her
house.
that she's not in good enough condition to give us a signature.
I just figured city got hit by a necro bomb. She's probably like, I don't know, a zombie or lich or something.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been practicing taking off hands.
I don't know. Maybe we just ask her, and she'll just be like, "Yeah, here's the gauntlets."
I don't think we're that lucky.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever been that lucky.
As long as the freaking kitchen grease doesn't attack me, I'll be happy.
So is there anything else in this sledge? Like in this hall?
Nope. Sorry, I should say when this hall goes down and then it leads. The hallway continues on either side here. I didn't draw it in because we're on a different level, and if you explore, there will be that. Are you guys doing anything else with the mirror? Like, you know it's there.
What do I see our reflection on the other side?
You do see your reflection, yes.
Do I see Nick and Naroke's reflection?
We're not vampires.
You can never be too sure.
We're just gonna be constantly checking to make sure we haven't become vampires in the intervening time.
Like, what if they kidnapped you? Then body swap with.
You have not left our side for multiple days.
Wow, we really haven't. Now that I think about it,
I am getting really sick of you people.
Like, routinely, Marsh just has a hand here, and he's just trying to just. Just okay. Close it.
Yeah, he's just got one of the shards of a mirror from all the ones we broke. Just
yeah, like Hermione looking for the basilisk. You don't see Raptor's reflection.
You know what? Actually, keeping a chunk of mirror with me is what?
Raptor's not here. Raptor's down at the foot of the stairs.
Raptor, you're not a vampire, are you? And then I turned back and he's not here. You know what? Actually, Naroke brings up a good point. I should keep a chunk of mirror, in case. So,
In case what? In case what, Marsh?
What if we find, like, I don't know, like a Medusa or something?
Then we
That's
do
actually
the
a
same
fair
thing as
point.
we did with the ghost and kill it.
Yeah. Oh, frick. A shard of mirror would be sharp. I just can't put it in the bag of holding. I'm just gonna have to, like, tie that to my belt. Okay.
I'm gonna go down the hall.
Yeah, I'll follow Nick.
All right.
Maybe I lost my
Come on,
memory. again.
Chompers.
Marsh can commune with the mirror or some shit. I don't.
No, I'll follow. Like I'll lag a little bit behind though, because I still really want to look at the mirror and tapestry, but then I don't want to be alone, so I follow.
Pardon me while I goofed again with dog, and I should have just put dog in all of these. I don't know what I was thinking. Because dog is still at your heels, not like, again, not excited, not just, oh my god, what a brave new world, but
Yeah.
He's just here.
trouncing along.
Dog's gonna be really upset when we kill his master. Or really excited, depending on how he felt about master.
We'll let
I
the
don't know,
dog
dude.
decide if we kill the master or not. I think he gets a
Dude.
say in it.
Do skeleton dogs feel loyalty? Is
I
that a thing that you can only feel when you have like glands and stuff?
Well, it remembers the area, so it obviously retains something of its previous life.
Mm-hmm.
So it all depends on, did it like the owner, did it not like the owner? Because it liked the zombie
Yeah.
hand.
Remembering something doesn't necessarily mean caring about it.
I try to say Chomper excitingly and see if I get its attention.
How loud do you say it?
There's a lot of black spots on this map.
Like I'd say it like I'm trying to get the attention of a dog.
So the dog kind of doesn't turn to you and it's like at all, and then it sort of realizes like, oh, you're speaking to me, and it kind of looks at you like, but as you're kind of like, Chompers, here, boy, thing.
Chomper, come here.
You do hear some thumping.
Oh
Like,
god.
Some thumping down, like this hallway. I want to say left.
Wait.
That's probably your right.
If you're not Chomper, does that mean he's Chomper? And I just point to like the sound I hear the the thumping.
You really couldn't have waited till after we cleared this area for you to start making a tremendous amount of noise.
I don't know, for some reason thoughts of the skeleton dog just overcame me when we entered.
Can you guys make me perception checks again?
Yep.
Hey, 23, natural 20.
Hey,
13.
All right.
I'm too furious with Marsh.
Yeah, you're just glaring at him and saying, why would you yell?
So Marsh, after the initial like, oh crap, we're probably not alone, you give another good listen, and it is like just painstakingly obvious to you now that there is a low din of moaning, and not like not the good moaning.
No.
Yeah, and a lot of it too.
No.
Something's no
From
good
which
over
direction?
there.
Which side?
Oh yes,
is it?
and you definitely discern from down this hallway here.
And would I be able to also pick up on that, or was I too low on there?
Sorry, what were you?
13.
You know what? Because Marsh kind of picked up, and I imagine Marsh, you kind of perked up at the oh crap.
Well, yeah, I did mention it to the group. It's like,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
weird.
Then you go.
Naroke's gonna walk to the edge of the hall and just kind of
Just peek around.
peek down the hall.
And there is actually make me a perception check.
That is a 15.
That's a 15. Okay. So nothing is down the hall that you see. You just see two closed doors. But you do see a note on the ground outside of this door here. A note that says, blah, 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 blah.
Ooh, more paper.
After further sleuthing, the kids were up to nothing nefarious, just simply looking for a place to slip away and kiss.
So
Oh, to be
baking
young.
was a euphemism.
So making bread does mean fucking.
You gotta need that bread somehow.
Oh, to be young and in love again. They will now work with no breaks for the next month. I've also suggested they slip away to the supply room for a lone time, but only after their shift if they want to stay employed.
So, I don't know. Do you share that note with the rest of us?
I'm gonna pass the note over to Nick because Nick seems to be into smut.
Oh, this is some weak ass bullshit.
Huh.
Though,
I mean, do we?
judging by the fact that this note is not covered in blood, I assume that the example they were made of was just they lost their brakes and not they were brought to the happy fun time room.
Yeah, the
Like,
happy
are-
fun time room with the spiky fridge.
Exactly.
Like,
The toothy fridge.
The toothy fridge.
these kids were important. I'm just trying to figure out who they were. You ever? I don't think it would be Alfuria, because like
No, I
one of
think
the
she was. I
the-
think she wrote this.
maybe, yeah, I would more think she was the one that wrote it more so than the one of the two people.
Yeah. As Naroke kind of comes back and has given that note to Nick, it's just like, so at least the doors down that hall are closed. Do we check other side or do we deal with them first?
I think we checked the other side to make sure nothing's gonna sneak up on us.
Cool.
Then Naroke is gonna head this way and he's gonna peek around the corner.
So much like the other corner, nothing down the hallway. You see 4 doors, one of them very much smashed into splinters, like open on its hinges. The door is in very poor shape.
Naroke is gonna walk to the first door and knock.
Okay.
I guess like a normal Naroke knock, like not like banging, but yeah, all right.
Yeah, he's not
so,
like bam, bam, but it's just like knock, 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 knock.
Just polite
nothing, little shave and a haircut.
Like he's not trying to be stealthy with it, but he's also not trying to wake the dead. He's pretty sure they're already awake.
Yeah.
You hear nothing from the door that you knocked on, but you do hear some shuffling from. Oh, I just pinged the dark room.
We can see if you
Shuffling.
ping over top of the blackness.
Oh, perfect.
Really? Because the ring is black.
Yeah, I feel like when I pinged, it probably didn't look like much of anything.
Yeah, I saw a
Oh,
blue
we
circle.
saw a bit of it.
We could see through the crevices of your fog of war.
Yeah, I'm going to open this door.
Okay.
You, it opens without a hitch, and you walk into a bedroom of sorts.
What color is the mirror?
The mirror is yellow. So you notice there's like bed, chair, kind of a table here. On these, oh, you're okay. On these shelves
Naroke's
here,
putting the mirror down. I figured rather than dragging myself over there.
it's chocked full of cleaning supplies. Like there's various like brooms and mops and buckets about in this room.
I wonder if this is where Angry Mop Ghost Lady's bedroom was.
Maybe.
Servants' quarters are a
Servants'
thing.
quarters, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't really have much to add to it.
Was
though.
that a chest at the end of the bed or a table?
This is a table.
Wait,
Yeah.
do we remember when we saw a yellow mirror last?
There was a yellow mirror in the hallway.
There was, yes.
I get a feeling that
smashed.
hallway full of mirrors was a way for her to basically keep watch on all the different areas of the castle.
I would find it weird that would be the responsibility of the servant, though. That seems
No,
like more.
I get the feeling the servant more died there as opposed to that was her job.
That whole back area seemed seemed backstage to me. That seemed like the person in charge's sort of private business spot. Considering that part of it was, a torture room.
right next to.
I feel like that's not a public area of the castle. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah.
But so close to the kitchen.
Yeah, that would make sense because, like, yeah, that hallway of more mirrors was just the surveillance room.
Yeah, so I think that that was probably more so like that was where she kept watch on the built the castle from, and then of course she had her far reaches out to other areas so that she could commune and talk with others in different areas, but such as the drug people.
Yeah, do you think they were still growing drugs out there like 300 years ago? Because if they were, that's interesting. That's like a legacy drug lab at that point. That's like a historical landmark drug lab.
Well, they may have even just been like a scout
Or yeah, like
outpost,
an outpost maybe. Yeah.
and it was later joined by
Repurposed.
people who are making drugs,
And
or
yeah,
the
so
scouts are
was that
making drugs
outpost-
in their free time.
yeah, it was an outpost first, and then at some point in the last 300 years, someone started making drugs there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the shelves, those are all just like cleaning supplies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they're pretty much no good. It's all busted. Jars are opened. Foul kind of liquids are dried, caked down.
How big is that table?
Uh-oh.
It's like
Wider than the door,
5
correct?
feet, 5 feet wide. Yeah, wider than the door. That door looks pretty wide, but it's Oh, let's say the table's wider.
Okay, and how tall is it?
That's
Or not tall, but
2.5 feet.
or like
Oh.
from from the front of the table to the back of the table, not like width-wise, but like the depth.
2 feet.
2 feet.
Shit, I should have made table specs.
So Naroke is going to pick up, and did the doors open in or out?
This door opens out
So it opens out into the hallway.
into the hallway. Yes.
Oh, that's terrible design. Someone's gonna get themselves clobbered. As Naroke's just pondering the terrible design of the door, she's gonna pick up the table quietly and walk out and set it just to the side of this next door. That is not the right thing.
Yeah. All right. I get what you're saying. Kind of like the ooze, like when you're trying to corral the ooze into the oven.
Essentially, I'm gonna have it here. So the intent, like Naroke's intent right now, is open the door, slide table in front, because he knows there's something in this room, and if nothing else, he's gonna make it harder for it to leave.
All right. Are you gonna talk about this with the party? Are you gonna verbalize any of this, or are you guys just watching in awe as he?
I think at this point, if he did, it would be out of character.
Yeah, Naroke's not explaining what he's doing. They just see him walking out of the room with a table in hand.
We're all just peeking around the corner like it's fucking Scooby-Doo.
I think we'd pick up what Naroke is dropping pretty
Alright.
easily now.
So
You're
I'll let
picking
you
up what I'm
guys,
about to put down.
Yeah.
I'll let you react before, as Naroke has the table outside of the first room. If there was something you wanted to say or do before he gets it.
I think we're all just kind of wanting to see where this goes.
Okay, you two
Yeah.
go.
I am the meat wall.
It's-
They're just like, let the idiot do what he wants.
Right.
He's following his bliss. Who are we?
He does
Get in
things
the
with
way.
tables. Usually things that help.
The thing about Naroke is that you can always tell that he always does the perfectly logical thing from the inside of his own head. So I want to see where this is going.
Even if it makes no sense to anyone else.
Yeah.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I hear anything coming from the room to the south of it that has the broken door?
Absolutely, you can. In fact, I encourage it. Perception checks are my favorite.
23.
23. The sounds of silence.
Wonderful. So Naroke is going to grab the door with one hand and the table with the other. And it's going to be pull open the... Actually, would Naroke be smart enough for this? not for the table thing, but for... No, he's not. I was contemplating whether I should take the chest off my back and, slide the table in and then, push the chest against it so that they can't, push their way out. But, no, Naroke's not smart enough for that. He's just blocking with the table.
This already sounds like
a
too many.
three-step plan, and he's
Yeah.
on two-step plans
It's
right
too
now.
Yeah.
many steps.
So he opens the door, slides the table in the way, and what do I see inside that room?
So the door is locked. So you go to
Is the door
table
locked?
and the door's yes.
Okay, my 13 does not just
Door's locked. So you're just really really excited, but you're just kind of rattling the door knob, and
it's gonna pull out
not
his
quite coming to
skeleton
fruition.
key and give it another twist and give it a harder tug. He figures the doors are probably jammed.
All right. That's Did you just roll a 15 on your skeleton key?
Yep.
All right. So you it slips in. You can tell. I don't know if Naroke is perceptive enough to this that it doesn't quite feel like a good fit. It
Oh,
fits.
he assumes he has a skeleton key.
Cool. So it fits, and you turn the key. You hear like a little crack in the key.
Oh no! The 15 isn't like him like trying to like force the key to turn. It was basically you put the key in, twist it as much as it would, put it in his pocket, and then giving the door a harder tug because he figures it's jammed. He's not trying to force the key to turn.
All right. Yeah. So you turn the key, and then pull it out, and then go to open the door, and it's just really stuck. Like maybe some oil is necessary. It's just really stuck.
Marsh, the door might need a crowbar.
Crowbar. Okay.
My hammer. Like while you're coming with the crowbar, Naroke's digging for his hammer.
Oh, that's a 6. And
He's
a
not
1.
in a particular hurry to get in that room. He's not going to volunteer his services.
So you wedge kind of the end of your crowbar in, and as you go to like push to the side for some leverage, you just end up splintering some of the wood of the door, but you don't manage to actually get it open. And both you and Naroke would it'd be very obvious to you right now that there's something not frantically stirring behind the door, but there's more commotion than there was before.
Hey, if you want to help us out too, that'll make things go faster.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking. Oh, yeah, I'm talking to the weird scruffy thing over there.
The what?
The thing that's moaning on the other side of this door.
There's something moaning on the other side of the door and you're trying really hard to get into that room?
What if it needs help?
If it needs help, it's needed help for about 300 years now.
It's been waiting very long.
It's very patient.
Logic.
Ugh.
I could really use that help. Yeah. Marsh and Naroke, your attempts so far, it's just a really terribly sticky door, not really moving.
We could get some of the kitchen grease and maybe use that to...
The kitchen grease that tried to kill you?
It did need a table.
I mean... It's not trying to kill us anymore, I think. So... Or maybe we'll just come back to this door later.
Actually, Marsh, didn't you grab, like, a jar of that stuff? Or did I grab the jar of that stuff?
I grabbed a jar of a lot of things, but I think the kitchen goo that tried to kill us wasn't one of them. Let's see here.
Nope, I did not grab a collection of goo.
Nope, I didn't. Looks like I didn't grab any goo either.
I do have Bumblewolf spines, though.
We could just try setting the door on fire? I don't know.
That is physically a thing you can do.
And I was just like, why would you do this?
I mean, I don't think there's anything else flammable
That
here.
doesn't mean you should.
Are you going
Naroke
to?
is
Let me ask.
smart enough to
say it
know
out
that he
loud.
shouldn't just, like, smash the door with his hammer just because they haven't dealt with the stuff on the other side of the hall yet. Naroke's going to move on to the next room for now. He's like,
Yeah,
I'll be back.
I'm actually following you things too. I kind of got
You got
bored
roped
of
into
this door
this.
too.
Taking in through the broken door.
All right. So this room is just in a state. The basically every piece of furniture that's in here has been smashed and just straight up destroyed. It obviously doesn't look like there's much in there, but like tattered shelves and books and blankets and pillows ripped apart. The mirror here has already been pre-smashed for you, Naroke, so there's no need to necessarily put it down unless you feel so inclined.
In all fairness, he hasn't been smashing them. He's just been gently putting them on the floor.
Yeah, the only
might
ones I smashed
need
was
those.
had the ghost lady actively attacking me from them.
Yeah.
Except for the last time. That was just out of spite. It's like, clunk.
So you can put this one down if you feel the need. It is a green frame door that has been, or mirror that has been destroyed.
The mirror's already broken. I'm not too concerned about it. Just like I didn't go through the hall and put down all of the mirrors that we'd already smashed either.
Love it.
But Naroke's gonna search around the bed and see if there's anything in there.
Do you all want to search in this room?
I'm gonna stay up in the hall
Stay
here.
in the hall. All right.
I don't see many interesting things in there, so I'm gonna stay back too.
Just Naroke? All right. What do you got for a perception check
4.
for me? Oh, a 4. So you're kind of going about the bed, and all you notice is that this pillow is just really lumpy. Like, how could anyone have had a good night's sleep on it, even before it was torn? It's just a surprisingly lumpy pillow.
Is the pillow like the whole bunch of holes and all that, so I can actually see what's in the pillow, or is it just still a solid
I'd
pillow?
say a corner is torn, and there's some gray, withered, gross feathers about that you deduce is probably inside the pillow.
Okay. If the pillow was still on all sides, Naroke probably would have opened it, wondering who's inside.
Yep, that's all you can discern from this room is a very lumpy pillow. Makes for a terrible sleep.
Naroke's gonna move on to the next door. Knock, knock,
Okay.
knock.
I follow.
You hear no reply.
Well, and I'm gonna turn the doorknob.
Oh no. Oh, there we go. Whew.
What was the oh no?
I couldn't. It wouldn't let me interface with the square. Thought we were just going to be stuck with me describing it. So this door opens without a hitch. The furniture and things in this room seem to be in a much better state than than its neighbor.
Ooh, that table looks cool.
Yeah, what do we have on the table?
Yeah, that table seems to have cool stuff on it.
Yeah, I headed the table too. Cool table.
All right.
Your raptor is actively sitting on top of the table, just.
No, don't sit on it. We're trying to look at it.
So on this kind of round table here, there's a slightly cracked, what you think would be like a scrying ball. It still seems like it's faintly active. It's not just opaque and kind of dull. There does just seem to be a slight little mist swirling through it, but it kind of shimmers every so often in a way that seems like it's kind of busted.
Okay.
Does it look like it's cracked or something?
Yeah, there seems to be a crack kind of running halfway up it to the bottom.
I'll try mending that, I guess. I should be able to do cracks. Cracks are in the description.
It just doesn't fix the magical side of it.
And Naroke, so while Marsh is mending that, you're just checking the other table?
Yep.
There's a really delicate porcelain mask that it just covers the lower half of the face only, and it's in the shape of flames looking upwards. It doesn't cover your eyes, but yeah, just a lower mask, kind of like a reverse masquerade.
So everyone knows what you look like.
Yeah. And Marsh, mending. So you managed
Naroke is smart enough to not put it on right out the gate.
He's not ruling out putting it on later.
Yeah, it's not really about putting it on later, but he's at least at this point, he's I probably shouldn't just put this on my face, because I was
put it on my.
Just because
We could put it on my raptor's face.
Because Naroke's seriously considered just picking it up and putting it on as he walks out to say hi to Nick. Look at what I found. But he's smart enough to not do that yet.
I call my raptor over here. We're gonna put it on the raptor's face.
I don't think it'll fit.
Yeah, it's definitely humanoid in shape. I
kind of put it on the top flat part of his head.
All right. It just kind of balances precariously, and nothing seems to happen to Raptor while you set this mask on.
Darn.
Naroke will nicely put that mask in his box.
All right.
Yes, because it won't break in there.
Check. Marsh, your amending spell will easily kind of fix the crack, and you see it almost like liquid glue just moving up and melding away, and the scrying ball is fixed as far as you can tell. And the swirl inside grows a little bit bigger, whereas it was kind of just like settled down at the bottom. It now encompasses the whole inside of the ball.
Cool.
What do I see? Or is that it?
You just see a milky white, kind of
So,
swirl.
when you say bowl, does this have like water in it, or?
Oh, sorry, ball.
Oh, it's a ball. I think it's a bowl. Okay.
Ball.
Oh, I'll just put that in the bag of holding, I guess.
The joys of audio compression.
The DM should learn to enunciate.
Is there anything else aside from the mask on that desk?
Yeah, definitely. So there's a little, kind of like a tiny little vial with a dropper top in it, and a clear liquid inside. And beside that, there's a little piece of paper with some like notes on it, kind of that hasn't been destroyed miraculously.
Ooh.
And it says at the top, "Flora tongue," and that's flora like flora and fauna.
Yeah.
So like plants.
Yeah.
And is
And
that a
says-
big crystal thing on the desk, or is that a plant?
Oh, is that? I think that's the. Oh,
Oh,
wait.
that's a crystal.
Okay.
So that's just like various gems. So the notes, just real quickly, it says, once per day, place 3 drops on your tongue, and speak to plants for 24 hours. So just a little.
Is there any of the liquid still in the bottle?
Absolutely, it is full.
Neat. I will stick that in my pocket, I suppose.
I mean, I've been sticking everything I've been finding in my pocket, so I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
but you're
judge.
a hoarder.
You never know what a scrying ball will come in handy. Speaking of which, have I been taking torches?
Didn't we decide last time that at the end of the castle, you were basically Mel was going to give you like
Yeah.
nondescript number?
What I do is when I think we're done with the room, I'll start taking away like half of the torches. So I don't think we're done here yet, but if the individual rooms have torches, I'll take them.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely torches in the individual rooms. Like, I'd say 3 per.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for Naroke to speak to plants.
Me too. I'm sure they have all sorts of wonderful jokes they could tell me.
Can't imagine to be a very deep conversation.
Have we seen
Well,
the
it depends on
plants
how
since
well
we
rooted
got
they
here?
are.
No, you have not seen any sort of plants. Like the forest had withered, charred kind of plant life, but nothing in the city.
Well, there's one type of plant we could maybe speak to.
Oh,
The white flowers.
right.
I'm pretty
We're
sure
gonna
those are
talk to
dead
the
in
drugs,
your hand.
huh?
I mean, I don't think we should actually waste it on these guys, but it was the only plant I could think of.
I disagree with your assertion that it wouldn't be a deep conversation. Naroke has the soul of a philosopher.
That's true. Just the mouth of a.
They're not supposed to know that I have that still. I was supposed to give it back.
In a jar on his desk.
But I've forgotten where that desk is.
That's a side quest for later. Returning the philosopher's soul. Yeah, so there's also just a hodgepodge of kind of gems on the table there. Like an onyx, a malachite, something that might be a rose quartz.
Neat.
And no mirror in this room.
Gonna take all the pretty rocks. Those can be pawned later.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna check under the mattress and under the pillow and all that and under the bed and see if they've hidden anything there. If this is an old scrying person, then maybe not. If it's like a teenager, then they probably have porn there.
I mean,
It's
they've
just-
got the scrying, but never mind.
It's just like smaller tapestries of Alferia. No, there's nothing under the bed. Really, maybe some ruined books that they might have been reading. Who knows what the pages had contained, but nothing of note or value under and around the bed.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna try for that door again? What would you like to do? Nick, would you like to do anything at this point?
I'm mostly just hanging out at the end of the hall, waiting for the bad things to happen.
Chilling out with the puppers.
Yeah.
Nick, could you help us with this?
Yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. And I go over and pull out the thieves' tools.
As Naroke's like standing there with his hammer, just in like it's like no, it's like well.
All right. It's 13 on the thieves' tools.
13 on the thieves' tools. Yep. No, absolutely. As you're kind of working your magic, it's not super quick, but before too long, you sort of feel the tumblers, things fall into place.
Okay, I will unlock it, but I will not open it. I will just step back.
Okay.
Naroke's gonna grab door handle, grab the table, and previous plan: pull door, slide table.
All right. Door pulls out, and the table slides in. I imagine it's just instantaneous. You're not even looking to see what's going on first. The table's in there before you discern the room.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Oh, I might need to move something to the right layer.
And there was nothing in the room. But what
Oh,
was here?
I don't like how that looks.
So it revealed is a just large, fat zombie. Like it's got neck rolls upon neck rolls, and its arms are just covered in like hanging, sort of droopy fat, and it's wide and stubby and very. It looks like an orc. Like it might have been an orc in a past life.
Well, at this point, Naroke sees it and just like slide close.
No, thank you. Ah, yes, we see. No, thank you.
Thank you. All right.
And for good measure, he'll put the table back in front of the door.
Sorry, the table is on the outside.
Yeah, like basically like the so he opened the door and slid the table in front of the doorway, saw what was inside, slid the table out of the way, closed the door, and then slid the table back in front of the door.
All right, great. So the door.
I don't think it's gonna stop anything, but
the door closes.
I mean, it didn't break out after like a couple hundred years. Maybe it won't again.
it depends on how much we smell like food.
Yeah. So you definitely hear the angry moaning and some thudding and some smashing of wood, and I would like you guys to roll me initiative, please.
It was worth a shot.
Yep.
It would have been really
As I said,
funny if we
it's
could
like-
just close that and do a leave.
Yeah, it's like I don't think it's gonna do anything, but that's what Naroke's doing anyways. 3. Last in initiative as I should be.
16.
10.
Oh, 10, eh? And 16 for Marsh. All right, Marsh, you are top of the order. You hear just like banging and what sounds like a poor table that deserved much better than what it got being decimated in front of the door.
I cast mending on the door. No, just...
1 foot!
It actually also takes a minute to cast, and I don't think we have that much time.
Yeah, I don't think we have that much time.
No. That's 10 rounds. I mean, it would be really funny if after 10 rounds you're charging the spell, and what it does is mend the door.
I just like the spell.
It would be really good.
See, I'm just half expecting at some point that Marsh is just going to cast mending on a literal foot.
I mean, we could try. I still have to wait for this thing to get past the door anyways, so.
Yep.
I'm just gonna pass my turn, I guess. I need to wait for this door to be open first, at least.
Are you gonna ready? Sorry, just passing your turn. That's not readying anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ready anything.
Okay. So to pass, Nick.
Am I in a spot where once this thing comes through the door, I'll have a clean shot at it, or do I need to move?
I'm gonna say that you will have a clean shot of it, much like this door down here. It's going to open toward. Oh no, sorry, you won't have a clean shot. The doorknob's here. It's gonna open this way.
Okay, where would I need to move to get that clean shot?
Uh, probably here, or yeah, I'd say.
I'm not
closer-
seeing a ping, sorry.
Oh, that's odd. Sorry. Let me make sure I'm on the right. Did that work?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll move over there then. Kind of backed up against the wall. Actually... Okay, if it busts through the door, is it coming to this spot here, probably?
Yes.
Okay, so I will just ready an action to hit it with the cane sword once it's in range.
So you the table has since the sounds of the destroying table has since ceased.
Mhm.
And what you now see is the door kind of shaking in its frames as this kind of giant orcish zombie figure is now pounding full tilt on the wooden door with one hand, and you hear the sound of like a blade of some sort getting wedged over and over into the wood of the door.
If anyone makes a "Here's Johnny" joke, I'm going to be very upset.
So tempting.
Yeah, and after I don't know, I'd say let's give it 6 seconds of just rage, and it's got just like the tiniest start of a hole kind of cut out with its what looks like a cleaver, a meat cleaver. But the door is not open. It has not gone through the door yet. Naroke.
Can I see through the hole and see the orc on the other side?
I mean, if you kind of get down and sort of look through, you don't get like a beautiful glory shot of it, but you can see it's like torso and kind of moving, and then the cleaver at some point. So
Close
you can sort of
enough.
see it.
Because the specific wording on Sacred Flame is a creature you can see. I don't have to see the entirety of it, but I need to be able to see the creature. And so I'm gonna like crouch down so I can see it through the hole and just like point my hammer at it and like just bolt going through the hole in the door into the zombie.
Like firing
so-
a dart.
Sacred Flame is less like fire and more radiant, right?
Yeah, flame like
recall
radiance.
Flame, like
So it doesn't light anything on fire, but it just deals radiant damage.
okay.
Also, the target gains no benefit from cover for this saving throw.
Oh, it's a saving throw.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw. I wonder if
Ooh.
Chonky Zombie Boy is dexterous.
Wow. So that's a 17.
The answer is
Apparently very
yes.
dexterous. Naroke is concerned.
Is he
I'd
like
like to-
Matrix dodge?
No, I like to think that it's just so roly-poly that one of the hits that it took, it kind of lost its balance and moved just slightly out of the doorway when Naroke happened to make his attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naroke is I suppose he's gonna take a step back.
I really half expected you to open the door and then just have it get like pummeled, but okay. Naroke has taken a step back. Beautiful.
Well,
Which-
there was the contemplation of have my hammer, open door, hit head, close door.
I actually really like that plan. That's a good plan.
Whack-a-mole. Marsh, I know you passed, but we are top of the order again.
Okay, I'm just gonna like me and the raptor are just gonna like stand beside each other, and now we'll just kind of me and the raptor. I don't know if I can prepare actions for the raptor. I don't think I can. I'll just prepare action hit with a scimitar.
Okay, so you're readying an attack.
Yep.
Nick, are you just gonna hold your ready attack action?
Would I be able to get a crossbow shot through the hole in the door?
Absolutely, you could definitely. Give
All
that
right,
a go.
I will do that.
Right.
17?
You better believe that's a paddling. Yep.
Okay. Nothing currently threatening it, so no sneak attack, I'm guessing. 7 piercing damage.
Begins. All right. And you don't hear the bolt land, but you see it. You see the orc figure kind of stagger back with your shot. Yeah. Well done. And with the pain that you had just caused it, as much as it can feel pain, it's gonna forego chopping at the door with its cleaver, and it's gonna do something kind of akin to a bull rush.
Uh-oh.
I am standing in a very bad spot.
You're in a really bad spot.
So
You had a long rest, right? You're back up to full hit
Oh yeah,
points.
I am a healthy boy now. I have more than 2 HP.
I feel
Unlike when
a
I touched the door.
Strength seems fair in this regard.
I like how your standard for healthy is above 2 HP.
Hey, all things considered, the only health that matters is the last one.
That's
Not wrong.
fair.
Okay. So you don't see this, but you hear a deafening roar. Just
We're gonna have more
like,
zombies coming.
deep, like in its jowls, is where this thing maybe came from. And Naroke, you see the door just burst open as this thing charges headfirst towards you.
Can I duck?
Oh god.
And I want you to make me a dex save.
I guess the answer to that is yes.
No, the question is, you have the potential of. The answer is 4. No, 12. I don't have disadvantage on dex. It's 12.
It's 12. Okay. Yeah, you know what? You just are managed to sidestep its kind of hug attack, its charge that it's making, and you hear its head just crack straight into the hard stone wall, and there's sort of like some black ichor that's left on the wall where it hit, but it doesn't look phased at all.
I'm gonna try to stab it with my ready action.
Absolutely. Make that attack for me.
14?
14. Yep, that hits. Roll me that DiMaggio.
4.
4. All right. And I guess Raptor doesn't get anything
Yeah,
special.
I need to look at if Raptor can do anything special, but for now I'm just gonna assume he can't.
That Zombo went. You got your surprise attack. All right, Naroke.
Naroke is, at this point... You know what? He's not dazed, but Naroke thinks he probably should be, and he's gonna light him on fire, or he's gonna hit him with a sacred flame, just... So...
Oh, and that's
he needs to make a dex save.
Dex save.
Right. Sorry, I keep thinking it's an attack, and it's not an attack. Oh, so that was a crit fail. So he rolled a 1.
Haha!
Oh.
There's a -2 to his dex modifier. So
Pardon?
there's -2 to his dex modifier.
So he has a -1 on that dex save.
hella not good.
In the pause between you saying crit and fail, I experienced a full spectrum of human emotion.
All right.
Yeah, it's just 1d8 radiant damage.
Yes.
Max
Oh.
damage!
Well done. I feel like max damage very rarely happens these days.
Especially on just a single roll dice.
So
Like, Kit gets a whole bunch of 6s in the plethora of dice they get to roll on the sneak attack, but...
Where are you aiming for it on its
Oh, I'm
body?
going right for its face.
Right for the face. Okay. Yeah. So your axe hammers up, and just that beautiful kind of sun-like beam bursts forth, and from where I picture that the back of its head is facing you when it's smashed into the wall, and you get a solid hit on it, and it lurches forwards towards Nick. I kind of imagine like you kind of dodged out of the way, and it sort of ran into the wall here. It's not on you, Nick, but it just takes a step towards you, and yeah.
Hit it in the back of the head. Make it do full yoga. Fold the fucker in half.
It's Marsh, you're up.
Yeah. Stab it. Where did I put that character? There we go. Stab.
11 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, I'll take it. 7. Cool.
Okay. 7. Cool. Damaggio.
Raptor goes in for a hit. 10.
10. That hits.
Oh, okay.
These things are pretty slow, I guess.
8 damage. Cool.
Yeah, just it's regular kind of rake attack.
Yeah, just yeah, claws. Lots of claws.
Yep, force empowered rend.
Probably worth noting, he's got like this really kind of disheveled chef kind of stereotypical hat and like a chef's apron with a big belt around his ginormous belly that's just filled with like knives and kitchen paraphernalia.
Well, if we ever lose one, we could.
Lead. It's amazing.
And yeah, you just raked the hell out of his chef's clothes on the back there. His apron is now cut loose and is flapping.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's going to turn around 180 very quickly, and then we're all just going to take a cleaver to the throat. A whirlwind of blades.
Please tell me he's wearing clothes under the apron.
Yeah, he appears to be.
Oh, thank God.
Nick, you're up.
Okay. I need a minute.
See, at this point, though, we know
gonna...
this is a very large cook. So if nothing else, we know that they love their job, because you never trust a skinny cook.
Never trust a skinny cook, no. Nick's gonna 5-foot sidestep so he's not cornered against the wall, and then he's gonna go in with the cane sword.
Ooh, you're getting that sweet sneak damage, too.
That's a 19.
Oh boy, that hits.
Okay, so that's 7 piercing plus 7 more sneak attack.
Ooh, 14, eh?
Yep. And then he's gonna offhand strike with the cane part of the cane sword. It's a 14.
14 hits.
Okay, that is 2 bludgeoning damage.
For 2 bludgeoning damage. Not bad, not bad. Okay.
I think this is like
And
the third.
that's it.
I think it's like the third time that you've hit with both.
Yeah, I don't usually do that. I'm very excited.
It's usually one or the other, and for the first while it was you killed everything with the cane sword, offhand.
All right. So it is now Chomper's turn.
That's
so
his name, Chompers?
Chompers.
Oh, we found out who Chompers is.
We found Chompers!
Woo! Why didn't he listen to me?
Because he's not a dog.
Isn't he?
No!
No, he's the zombie we're fighting.
Have you guys ever played Little Nightmares?
No, I want to.
Okay, there's these chefs in Little Nightmares that are just grotesquely like overweight and disgusting, and that's kind of what I picture Chompers kind of looking like. Anyways.
Then what's the dog's name?
Not Chompers.
Not Chompers.
The mystery continues.
Maybe it has like a chef
the
name.
password is the dog's name.
That's still on the table.
All right, so Nick, Chomper now kind of steadies himself, is face to face with you, and he's going to attempt to make a grapple attack on you.
Okay. Well, I'm a slippery bastard, so hopefully this goes well.
Okay. So I believe it's my strength against your dex.
Your athletics versus
Or,
my
yeah,
athletics or
athletics.
acrobatics. And I'm gonna go with acrobatics.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
just an auto pass. I think
Yeah.
20's auto pass on saves.
Do you want to backflip out of this? Or how do you want to flavor this? Because you have every right to flavor it as you see fit.
Can I Magic Mike slide under him and end up on the other side? Or is that
Oh,
too
hell
much?
yes. Oh, yeah, with a nat 20?
Okay, so I guess we
Absolutely.
switch positions.
Yeah, definitely. And whoop. And
Hello.
yeah, it's going for that like lunge hug thing, and it looks kind of confused because like, where did little thing go? And it's going to turn around, but that is its action.
Cool.
Naroke.
Naroke is going to take his he's going to drop his shield. So the shield is now currently on the ground. And he's going to batter swing with his warhammer at this thing's head. 18.
Yeah, that hits.
And so I need to...
Chompers.
I don't have one set up for the... so it's... Yeah, roll 1d10. I need to set up one for my two-handers. Plus...
Attack.
Aw, minimum damage. 4.
Aw.
Right. Boop. 4. Bam. Okay. Yeah, you get a solid hit, but he doesn't seem to look any worse for wear. Like a little bit staggered and kind of surprised, but that's about it. Anything else for your turn?
You know what? Naroke is going to activate War Priest. When you take an attack action, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. You can use this feature 2 times per long rest. So he wasn't satisfied with that first swing, so he's winding up for round 2. He's going to aim a little bit lower this time.
All right. For the groin?
With a 20? Yeah.
Yeah. Dirty 20. Yeah.
He seems to be very very headstrong, but let's see if he's cocksure. 8 damage.
Significantly better. Yeah, so as you guys are landing blows on him, this one included, where it makes enough contact to like break the flesh, his clothes are like slowly starting to ooze out this black kind of bloody ichor, and it's just disgusting all around. It smells pretty bad here now, in a way that it did not before. Well done, Naroke. Naroke is done. Marsh is at the top of the order.
Scimitar stab, 13.
13, yeah, that hits.
I might be in your way.
Oh,
yeah, I got
your reach is...
5 foot. I 5 foot step. I assume
Yeah.
there's a little space here. Whoopsie doodles.
Absolutely.
7 damage.
7 damage. Wow, just like keeping up a steady blow.
And
Is,
Raptor. Oh, that's a what's. Oh wait,
Raptor would also have to move.
Raptor would move. Man, that was like the perfect fighting spot. The Raptor moves and then attacks. But then he got a 1. So,
All right, roll me that severity. Raptor is just
Raptor's having a rough day today.
having time with it.
He just got ghost mode and now he has to turn to zombie mode. 48. Haven't I got that one before?
You're
Got
like
46.
46.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, I don't know if this works. Okay, I picture Raptor. He's going to kind of get a rake on, and he overextends his mouth, and his mouth ends up like grabbing something that was in his apron. And he kind of rips part of like the chef's apron open, and these weird purple maggots spill out onto the floor from where he had grabbed in his like chef's pocket. So Raptor just ripped open something that should not have been ripped open.
Man, if
Am I right?
Raptor had like a
Taste?
constitution, that would be really gross for him.
If
Luckily, he's
Raptor
made
could
of
barf, he would.
All right. So there are now just a pile of just wriggly, grotesque kind of maggots on the ground at Raptor's feet.
Oh.
Anything else for your actions?
No, that's everything. Oh, I
Uh,
keep forgetting about the Raptor disadvantage thing, so I gotta keep doing that.
Oh, right. He gets disadvantage on his attacks, right?
if he's not attacking Raptor.
He's not attacking Raptor. Okay, right. Okay. I will also make a note of that again. Nick, over to you.
Nick, having witnessed both a testicular homicide and whatever was going on with those maggots, is going to is going to disengage and back up a couple of steps,
All right.
and then fire with the crossbow. That's a 9. That's not going to hit, I don't
A
think.
9 does not hit.
All right, and that's his turn.
Okay. Yeah. Crossbow just whoosh, whips by his head. All right. Marsh.
Save me, Raptor.
The big bad boy is gonna kind of straighten himself up
How tall is
and
he?
look at you. He's not as tall as you are.
Okay.
I'd say he's quite tall for being an orcish kind of character. But you've got like a foot over him.
Okay.
He's going to turn to you, Marsh, and he's going to attempt to grapple you to the ground as well.
I don't know if my Raptor can impose disadvantage. Let me double check. Battlesmith, Steel Defender.
I imagine it's
It-
sort of like a...
It says if it's an attack roll, so does
Yeah,
this count as an attack roll? Yeah.
I think it probably does.
Yep.
So, your athletics or acrobatics... Oh,
It sounds like it's not going to be a hard DC, or it's going to be almost impossible DC.
sorry. So, with disadvantage, 18?
Mwah. That's a
All
4.
right. Its other
Oh.
roll was a nat 20, so
Huh.
it's a great thing that you gave it some disadvantage there. All right, so it's really not that hard once he kind of grabs onto your shoulder and then your waist, and for a split second you think, "Are we dancing?" Before
Yeah, that's exactly what I was picturing. Just like, no.
And you don't. He doesn't pin you down so much like you feel all of his weight on top of you, but he gets you to the floor, and he reaches into his chef's apron, and he shoves something in your mouth, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm
Gross.
not
Oh, you're getting
dinner.
stuffed.
Hey, luckily I'm good at Constitution. Or am I?
Or,
I'm
or
good at
is-
Constitution. Rolls a 7.
Oh
I don't
Alright.
want to turn into a lizard
no! Marsh,
roasted.
no!
All right. So just even before it gets to your mouth, you can just tell like this is a bad time. And even trying to keep your mouth closed and like fight against it, he manages to like weasel some of, I don't even know if it's meat. It's just whatever it is, he gets some of it in your mouth there, and you immediately feel sickened. And you take three I don't know, sickening damage isn't really a thing, but
Poison?
you're gonna take like damage.
Poison damage is a
Poison
thing.
damage. There we go. Poison damage.
Why couldn't you feed the raptor? He's immune to poison damage. He's at 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So 3. And you are now poisoned. So
Yeah.
I believe you will have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and you are poisoned for 2 rounds.
Oh. My Constitution's is a bit better than I thought it was. Okay.
That was Chopper's turn. Naroke.
So he's grappling Marsh.
He'd
Um,
be probably closer to like here.
I shouldn't just light the whole thing on fire. That could be bad.
No roasted
Or
lizard.
cut it.
Oh no!
He'll be fine.
I don't know. I'm not in the mood for lizard tonight.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I think we're just gonna go with no, I'm gonna just go for the head, like the top of the head with the hammer, and hope that Marsh doesn't move too much. 15.
Okay, yeah. No, that's a solid hit.
10 damage.
Ooh,
Right to the top of the
damage.
scalp.
Holy crap. All right. Its focus originally was like, I've got to feed this scrawny lizard thing. And as soon as you land that blow, its head kind of goes just like rolling around, and it closes its eyes, and you can see it is in a deep pain. And you're feeling pretty good. That blow that you landed is now making it kind of vomit from its mouth or bleed from its mouth. You're not sure the difference between what's going on in its body.
I don't think Marsh, who is currently laying underneath this thing, is going to care much whether it's vomit or blood. It's probably leaking all over his face.
Oh.
I mean, it's only uphill from whatever that is.
This is Marsh's no good, very bad day.
It'll get out
that
of
is
the
my
system.
turn.
That's your turn. All right, Marsh.
Can I attack while grappled? I think I can.
I think
You
you
don't
can,
know.
I think it's a disadvantage.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
or you
already
can
at disadvantage, so
Yeah.
And there is no double disadvantage, so
Okay.
Lose.
Huh.
the
Oh,
nat 20,
yeah.
but disadvantage. So you went from 24 to 23.
I'll take
Ow.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
So yeah, I'll just do 6 damage.
6 damage. All right, Marsh. How do you want to do this?
I mean, I don't know. I'll just kind of stab in the general direction of wherever the food came from. Just I'm more fighting the food than him.
Like on his body, like
Because you
with
said he pulled something out of his apron, so I'm just gonna stab in the general area of where that that food was pulled out of.
Yeah, definitely. So scimitar out. I imagine it kind of leans back ever so slightly with the hit from Naroke, and you manage to like wedge the tip of your scimitar up against its like lower gut, and when it goes to like just like be sick in your face, it just impales itself nicely on that scimitar of yours. It's almost like butter, how
Ew.
perfect it slides in. And,
Ew.
hot knife through
And-
zombie butter.
Bleh.
Don't say
And-
zombie butter.
That's another one. Zombie butter.
See, now here's what I'm wondering, though. We have big fat chompers here, who is over top of Marsh, and he just died. So this means now full body weight just goes plump onto Marsh.
Nah. I picture that with the scimitar going up, Chopper's kinda falls to the side more.
Okay.
So it's not just straight up crushing.
So we don't have to manage to try and pull this body off of Marsh.
That is correct.
Woo.
And that's the end of combat.
This one.
This one, yes.
We still have another
Great.
room to clear.
That was fucking horrible.
Yeah, I'll just spend the next couple rounds just kind of wiping that stuff off, maybe drinking some water.
Drink a lot of water, please, for me,
Yeah,
your friend
yeah.
Nick.
Good old water.
Can I loot the body and see if there's anything on there?
Maggots.
Yeah, you can. So he's got a big old meat cleaver that seems to be in okay condition. Like there's a little bit of rust on it. The rest of his tools are various knives and prongs and skewers that are rusted all to hell.
Okay.
His
I'll pick up the cleaver.
all right, and stash that in your chest.
Nope, I'm holding on
Guys,
to that one for now. Also, I'm picking up my shield again.
Nick is just standing there going, guys, if we fight another thing that makes us eat stuff, I might just quit. I might just accept my slow death by brain rot rather than have to deal with that again.
But what if
I'm
we,
trying
like,
to
feed us
craft up a
legitimately good stuff?
toothbrush.
They have those in like adventurers kits or travelers.
I don't know, but if not, I'm gonna make one.
Yeah, I'd say you make one readily and easily.
Nope.
Ooh. Okay, Chomper's room is cleared. Yep, the hallway reeks.
Yep, Naroke is piecing out from there.
Oh, okay, you're
Oh.
just
Was there like, sorry, I might have missed it. Was there anything like in like the room, like with the desk or anything, or not really?
you guys didn't check.
I mean, if
Well, I thought when you had first opened it up, you had said there wasn't much, but him and then
Sorry, yeah, you're right. There wasn't much. There's a simple affair of a bed and a desk and a chair.
I mean, I'll check the desk out of habit. I'm not expecting much.
Okay.
I mean, again, it's not like anything else is gonna jump in my mouth, so.
you open the drawer, it's full of maggots that sleep in your mouth.
Oh,
Just a face hugger, just.
all right. So in the desk, you see there's like a piece of parchment, and it looks like the top and the bottom have been torn in a line. So you kind of tell that this was like part of a piece of like a full sheet of paper, and this is only a section of it. And it says, "My will is the sun." In all lowercase except for a S and an I. So the
Yeah.
I of will is uppercase, and the S of sun is uppercase.
Well, I'll just mention that, and then I guess I'll just keep the paper on me for future reference.
Definitely.
Yes, it sounds like someone's writing that down.
Yep.
Because
Multiple
I
people are writing that down.
because I was not. Ugh.
The dog is curled up on the floor and has just been sleeping that entire time.
I pet the dog.
Its tail wags.
Come on, let's go.
I guess we're checking the other hallway.
I'm gonna peek down the hall and see if anything has been alerted and is stirring. Also gonna do a perception check to see if I can hear more of them rummaging.
Okay. Perception check. What did you?
16.
Oh, yeah. 16. And if anyone else wants to make checks, by all means.
Sure, I'll get in on that.
Are the doors both doors still closed?
22.
Yeah. All right. So all of you know this. Both these doors are still closed. The moaning that had kind of come from this hallway seems to have increased. Yeah, maybe not tenfold, but quite a bit. And this door, which was once still, is now like occasionally shaking as if it's being jostled or bumped.
Okay, the second
That
door?
bodes well.
Just the second door?
And then just the second door, yeah.
Okay.
This door here does not seem to be rattling or anything. You're not hearing any commotion from it.
Shall we open the first door?
Maybe we should go straight to the second door so we don't get cornered if they bust through it while we're in the first room.
But if we... I'm wondering if like these two rooms are connected and it's just two doors in the same room, or whether it... Because if we open the door and it's both are connected, then we still have the way out the way that we came in through the tapestry on the wall here.
Marsh is fine with either, as long as he doesn't have to eat anything, he'll be content.
Marsh's standards for a good day have now gotten very low.
I'm usually not picky about gross stuff, but it's like, I'm pretty sure that crossed the line.
Okay, yeah, maybe the first door then.
Yeah, and if they aren't connected and there's nothing in there, then we just close and move to the second one, or at least have people keep watch.
Okay.
I turned the doorknob.
It turns without a hitch, and it is one that you would open. Sorry, that sounds so stupid. You open inwards.
Okay,
There we go.
I pushed the door open.
Door that you open. All right. And inside,
Stuff.
We got
Stuff.
storage. Crates and...
Oh. Oh, look.
Oh,
Oh.
hello.
so right by
I think we found the
nestled
couple.
in the crates,
Yeah.
you see a very noticeably feminine-looking zombie and a masculine-looking zombie, and they are holding hands and
Are they
leaning on each
clothed?
other.
Is there any
They are-
bread?
Call you. They are clothed and there's no bread.
Thank you.
Were they trying to bake bread in here?
No.
No, they were trying to bake something in the oven.
Yeah.
And so Naroke, they stir when you open the door and look up, but they don't unclasp hands. They're kind of sitting cross-legged on the floor. They don't even get up to like they don't rise up. They just stay looking at you, holding hands.
Naroke processing hit with hammer?
Well,
Uh-oh.
Naroke's throwing throwing the butcher knife that he was carrying.
Oh no, that is a literal 0 that you rolled on intelligence.
Yeah. -1
wow.
on intelligence. It's like, should Naroke just close the door and leave? The answer, no.
Like that's a crit fail and a crit success
Yes.
in one. Wow.
If you ever want to give him advantage retroactively.
Why do we even make you roll a d20? Why not just have you flip a coin?
Yeah, wait a second. What's the half intelligent thing to do?
Like throw your cleaver, but then feel bad about it. Like, I'm not sure
Maybe.
what the line is.
Yeah, Naroke had the butcher's cleaver in his hand and just he opens the door, sees them, and he sees them like turn their head and just whips it at one of them.
Okay, fair. You know what? Fair enough.
Have the young lovers not suffered enough?
Apparently
Meat cleaver
not.
attack.
So would this be a hand axe?
See, I should have known you were just going to take the weapons you found.
To be fair, I've only taken one, and that's been this cleaver.
But you took like, I'm sure you've taken other things.
I've taken other things, but not weapons yet, because most of the weapons have just been utter garbage, and I still haven't had to leave any behind because we came to the determined conclusion that zombies do not have souls.
That's true. So Great Cleaver does 1d10 slashing.
Oh shit!
It's heavy and two-handed, so my apologies. I like to think that
This is funnier to picture with him two-hand throwing it as soon as he's.
I see them, and I'm just like, ah. So that's a 1d10.
that's for the the damage that it would do.
Okay. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit. But okay, odds or evens?
Odds.
Odds. All right. So the
Because this whole situation is just weird.
you straight up toss it, right? So it goes flying into the room. You don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I
Right.
threw it at the thing.
So the zombie that looks more masculine is the thing that it went kind of the closest to, and it's like a real tight shave. Like you actually nicked some of the top of like just barely grazed the top of his head.
Yeah.
Some hair goes flying, but it's all around a miss.
Okay.
And he's gonna start to stir and like moan, like kind of like a confused like. Like he doesn't really know what's going on.
We were just hanging out.
And both both zombies will stand.
I'm pretty sure Nick and Marsh did not see any of this. All we saw was
I-
Naroke chuck a cleaver into
Yeah.
Yeah, I opened the door and you just watched me throw this fucking great cleaver. Also, when you said cleaver, I was expecting like a one-handed axe type of cleaver, not like I'm throwing my great axe at something cleaver.
It's so much funnier now.
No, it absolutely is. Because that requires a lot more, like, it's not just a one-handed, oh shit. It is a wind up and throw.
It's a big commitment.
Naroke committed and it was a mistake. But yeah, I've thrown that cleaver into the room. And we're now going to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, so they don't seem aggressive, but they are starting to stir and stand. Nick and Marsh, having seen Naroke's immediate ugh, reaction, what do you do?
Naroke, everything okay there, buddy?
I think I found our young lovers. I may have thrown the cleaver at them.
By may, do you mean did?
I admit nothing.
Are they aggressive?
They're about to be.
Okay.
Well, I'm just
Maybe you
gonna...
want to back up this way real quick.
I feel like if you were going to close the door, it's just kind
Oh,
of...
no, well, the door's a push door, so the door's been pushed wide open, and I've thrown the cleaver into the room.
Okay.
Also, I want the
Well-
cleaver back, so I'm dealing with whatever's in that room.
I'll just do the old stand by the door and ready at action for when they start coming to hit them.
So we're not going to roll initiative. We're actually going to end there because there's a bit to get through before our end time. So wow, well done, everyone. You just did a lot of things. You did a
Yep.
murder.
We
You did an
did do a
attempted
murder.
murder. That,
Now, is it murder if they're already dead?
We're not getting into this.
Yeah, I don't. It's just too late for that.
We're not doing this. We tried to brute force our way through a riddle. It did not work.
Yeah, I've
But I
learned that
think
is
we
one
deserve
very
points for
spicy door.
trying.
If this game had hero points, I would award you some for that.
It does have inspiration. Mm.
Now maybe I'll have to look into that. Marsh
Inspired thinking.
survived. Yes, Marsh survived getting force fed, so that was great.
Yum.
And yeah, wow. I hope you guys are excited for this next session. A lot of ground to cover, and you've covered a lot of ground. Very proud of you guys.
We're getting through this castle one room at a time.
Aren't you glad we didn't spend the whole 3 hours sitting in front of that door trying to make it open?
I'm really happy. It's just Marsh, and he's like, wait, I got it, and he's just trying it on the drums. No, I messed up that note. One more time.
There's gotta be music in here somewhere.
Yeah, all right. So next Sunday will be Giggles campaign, where we try and deal with just another shit show, because that's kind of what D&D is. But we'll be back 2 Sundays from now to carry on this session.
Yep.
So-
Though, really, when it comes down to it, I'm noticing a little bit of a similarity between your campaign and my campaign. In your campaign, it's Anna who is like, I'm doing something because this seems like the right thing to do, and then things go terribly wrong. This round, it's Naroke.
Yeah, that's true. A small and a tall, just very opposite. Small. I need to go to bed. Thank you to my
Have a good
players.
night.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining.
Mel.
Yep, thank you
And,
very
Thanks.
much.
And to people watching, thank you, and we'll hopefully see you next time.
Yep. Have a good night, all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.